Good Monday evening and welcome to Falcon Media Sports Network pregame coverage as we get you ready for the Falcons for their first regular season game of the year. The Falcons getting ready to take on the Texas State Bobcats this evening here at the Stroh Center in Bowling Green. And as we get you ready for tonight's game, I am joined here in the Falcon Radio studio by
Ben Korak,
Andrew Hokowski,
Sam Bork.
And welcome to our broadcast tonight. We're going to get you ready for tonight's game. And coming up here in a few, we'll preview the Falcons as well as the Bobcats. Keep it here. You are listening to Falcon Media Sports Network pregame coverage on Falcon Radio.
Imagine home. The smell of coffee, the sound of a lawnmower, the sun's warmth on your face. Free to be yourself. Surrounded by love that helps you grow. This is a place to call home. That's an American dream we all deserve. But in 50% of U.S. states, you could legally be denied housing if you are LGBTQ+. Get the facts and hear real stories at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Falcon Media Sports Network pregame coverage here on Falcon Radio as the Falcons get ready to take on the Texas State Bobcats this evening. And starting off our conversations about the teams, let's start off with the Falcons. What do you guys see about the team going into tonight's game and this year's season?
Yeah, just a lot of excitement around this Bowling Green team. There's been a lot of turnover from last year to this year. Pretty much all the names are different except for star guard Javonte Campbell. Just really excited to see Sam Towns and his presence back on the court, the impact that he's going to have. He shot very well in the last two games, the exhibition games against Michigan State and Dayton, who are good opponents. So looking for him for sure. And Javonte, we know, is one of the best defensive players in the MAC and one of the best facilitators of the ball as well.
Yeah, like Ben was saying, we got a lot of new faces here on this Bowling Green basketball team. A lot of transfers. You got guys like Kimbrough, guys like Ruffin, just, lots of turnover, a lot of new faces, and hopefully going to turn the season around and win a couple games.
Yeah, I think they definitely have reloaded a lot defensively. I think they're going to be a much better defensive team when they already were such a good defensive team last season. So really excited. I'm really hopeful for this Falcon team. I think, as long as they can stay healthy, and not, lose any star players like they did last year, I think there's a good shot at a run at the MAC championship this year.
Yeah, and one thing you guys were talking about before we got on is a lot of the names on the roster are not too many familiar names from last season.
Yeah, I mean, you look down last year's stat sheet, Marcus Johnson's gone, Derek Butler's gone, Trey Thomas is gone, Yusuf Kayet is no longer playing, Sam Towns only played 6 games played for you last year, Jemai Felt, who was arguably your best defensive big man, is gone, Wilkins Jr. Exact, that got a lot of minutes toward the end of the season, is gone as well. So a lot of new names for this Bowling Green team, guys. I think the main one that you look toward is Troy Glover, the second, 6'10", senior forward. He's going to be a defensive menace, and he's going to be bigger than a lot of guys in the MAC and through non-conference as well. I think that's going to be one of the biggest pieces to have such an athletic big man in your court for the Falcons.
Another really important new face, at least to me, I think is going to be Javon Ruffin. He appeared in 75 games in his 3 seasons at Colorado, and last season he had a total of 667 minutes on the court with 184 points. I think he'll be a big presence here for this Falcon team.
Yeah, another big-name new player I'm looking at is Josiah Shackelford, Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Year last year. Had a pretty good game against Michigan State. Not too bad there, not the best shooting-wise, but looking for him to get it going for the Falcons this year.
Yeah. Now moving on over to the Texas State Bobcats. Texas State, probably not a name most Falcon fans know super well. Definitely far away here from BGSU and the MAC. They're from San Marcos, Texas, between San Antonio and Austin. So what do you guys know about the Bobcats, and how are they looking going into tonight's matchup against the Falcons?
Yeah, they played one game so far, not a great opponent that they played, and they beat them by quite a bit. And the biggest thing that glares to me, at least, is the size. They're quite a bit smaller than a lot of NCAA basketball teams, much less Bowling Green. I mean, a lot of their starters last game were guards, 6'5", 6'3", 6 foot, 6'2", 6'5". Their center, Mekhi Willis, is a big man at 6'8", but definitely some size advantage for Bowling Green today that they're going to have over Texas State, which I think they could exploit very well and trying to come away with a win today.
Yeah, I think similar to the Falcons, I think Texas State has done a lot of reloading, bringing in a lot of guys from the transfer portal. They brought in 3 players who had over 1,000 minutes at different schools, and I think a lot of experience like that is going to be a good kind of bright spot for them to kind of lean on that experience on guys who know what to do in situational ball and stuff like that.
And I think they're led by a great coach, Terrence Johnson, entering his 6th season with the team. He's got an 88-68 record. His first 2 years with the team, back-to-back Sun Belt regular season championships. Not so much success the past 3 years, 16-19, 17-18, 16-16. So obviously not what you're looking for there, but he has the success. He has the track record. I think he can make another pretty good run here with Texas State, make them a little dangerous.
Yeah, and going into this first regular season game, as you said, the Texas State Bobcats coming off a 16-16 record last season. The Bowling Green Falcons had a 14-18 season record. So right now if you take last season's stats, Texas State has, of course, a better record, but, teams are very different from last season.
Yeah, the biggest thing, especially for the Falcons, is that they're uninjured, at least right now, which they were not. You couldn't say that last year. Yusuf Kayed, who was supposed to be a big piece, was injured quite a bit of the season. Sam Towns was injured almost the whole season besides 6 games, and he played very well early this season in the 2 exhibitions. Javante Campbell toward the end of the season was injured. So just a lot of injuries for this Bowling Green team. If they're able to stay healthy, I'd have a hard time believing they're not going to be one of the top 5 teams in the Mid-American Conference. But it starts today and utilizing the size advantage that they have and showing why they could possibly be one of those top teams.
Yeah, man, I think Bowling Green definitely has a lot of talent on the roster. They got a great coaching staff, under head coach Todd Simon. I think, like you were saying, I think this is a team that's really well equipped and prepared to make a deep run in conference play. But I think, it all starts tonight with this first matchup, and what we're going to see tonight, I think, is going to be a good indicator as to how their next games coming up are going to look like. And, high points and low points, those are all going to be things for them to build off of tonight because, an exhibition game can only tell you so much about how a team's going to be down the stretch.
Yeah, all right, coming up, we'll send things on out to Tyler and Artie at the Stro. They'll tell us what's going on down at the Stro. Keep it here. You're listening to Falcon Media Sports Network pregame coverage on Falcon Radio.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Falcon Media Sports Network pregame coverage, and Nate Henners here, joined by Ben Korak, Andrew Holkowski, and Sam. I'm sorry, I've not gotten your name yet. Sam Bork. Sam Bork here in the Falcon Radio studio. You're new still. I'll get down in a few weeks. But sending things on out to the Stro right now with Tyler Kavalitz and Artie Abrego. How are things going down there heading into the first game of the season?
Hey, Nate, things great here at the Stro. Sounds like you might need to work on your names a little bit there in the studio.
Don't start with that.
I didn't know Tyler's name for like a month, so I think you're good.
Definitely a lot of excitement around this Bowling Green program coming into this season. Like you guys mentioned, a lot of injuries last year. Texas State was also one of the most injured teams in Division I college basketball, so that's a little interesting dynamic for these two schools. Both very injured last year, both looking to improve with very new rosters. And I like something you point out, Ben, in the pregame so far, the size difference between these teams. Texas State doesn't really have any players that are really small. A lot of them are 6'2" and above, but they don't have anyone that's very big. It's going to be definitely a spot where Bowling Green, I think, can exploit this Bobcats team. But a lot of excitement around this Bowling Green program. We'll see if they can come out with an exciting performance here in the first game of the season.
Oh, big time. I mean, it's always nice to just be back in basketball season. I mean, not just BGSU men's basketball, college basketball as a whole. I think there's something very special about it. The Stro is already packed. I mean, it might be because it's also Pudge's birthday, or maybe they just came to see the blimp that's flying around the arena right now. But it's definitely great to be back with the Falcons. Another thing I'd like to point out about the Texas State roster, it's a very guard-heavy roster.
Yeah.
They have 10 guards on their roster. They don't have a lot of forward/centers. It's mostly very guard-heavy, as opposed to BG, who's a little more evened out, I'd say, in terms of where you'd like to be as a roster. So it'd be an interesting matchup to watch.
Definitely going to be a fun one between these two teams, and we will send it back to you guys for the rest of the pregame show, just about 10 minutes away from tip-off here at the Stro Center.
All right, thanks, guys. And we will continue our pregame coverage with Sam Bork, Andrew Helkowski, and Ben Korak.
There we go.
There we go.
Boy.
Thank you.
Keep it here. You're listening to Falcon Radio.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Falcon Media Sports Network pregame coverage as the BGSU Falcons get ready for their first matchup of the season against the Texas State Bobcats. And guys, now getting into our analysis roundtable, what are some key points you guys are looking for going into tonight's matchup?
I think just getting the big men effective early, like we mentioned before, a little bit of smaller lineup for Texas State, depending on who they go with today. So I think it's going to be a big focus on Sam Towns throughout the season and Troy Glover throughout the season, but especially today against a smaller lineup to get them both in the game offensively and firing defensively as well, holding off on as many fouls as they can to keep them on the floor and get a good taste of what we can see for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and talking about Sam Towns, he missed pretty much all of last season due to an injury. Now, I'm going to be curious if his production is going to be back to what it was in his 6 games last season, because injuries sometimes can be pretty detrimental. But, I think just getting your stars warmed up and playing hot early, I think, is going to be a big key tonight.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is that the Falcons have 3 home games to start the season, so obviously want to leverage that home opening momentum, play behind a big crowd there at the Stro Center, get behind them. Obviously, everyone's excited for the season to start, so if they can come out strong with this home crowd and get a few wins under their belt, this will be a great start to the season.
Yeah, all right, taking a look now at what's going on around the MAC. It is a very busy night around the MAC here. We got Georgia State and Eastern Michigan starting at 6:30. Southern Mississippi and Buffalo at 6:30. Louisiana and Ball State coming up at 7. Also coming up at 7. Coastal Carolina and Western Michigan. James Madison and Akron at 7. Of course, Texas State and Bowling Green at 7. Troy and Kent State at 7. Old Dominion and Miami 7 o'clock. Marshall and UMass, 7 o'clock. South Alabama and Toledo, 7. Arkansas State and Ohio University at 7. Appalachian State and Central Michigan at 7. And ULM and Northern Illinois, that's coming up at 8 o'clock tonight. So let's look at what's going on around the MAC here in men's basketball. And certainly a lot of games coming up as all these teams get ready to start off the season. But that is not the only matchup for the BGSU Falcons basketball team, as the women's basketball team also get in action tonight at 7 o'clock as they take on Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns. Yeah, that's coming up at 7 o'clock too. And Lucas Kleinmeyer is down in Louisiana for that. And you can check that game out over on WBGU 88.1 FM. So, if you want to, tune over to them sometimes and tune back to Falcon Radio, the players are right next to each other on the website. So it's pretty convenient. You could also play both of them at the same time too and just try to figure that out in your mind. So there you go. That's a look at what's going on around the MAC. Coming up, we'll have our final thoughts going into tonight's game. You are listening to Falcon Media Sports Network pregame coverage on Falcon Radio.
Get hurt in a game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Falcon Media Sports Network pregame coverage as just less than 10 minutes away now from tip-off for the BGSU men's basketball team to take on the Texas State Bobcats. And guys, as we are now just a few minutes away from kickoff, what are your Falcon 4 keys to tonight's game?
Kickoff? Tip-off?
Tip-off.
There you go.
I've done football too much.
Apparently so.
I'm assuming we're going to go around the table. I think key to the game for me, as I mentioned before, is just getting the big men involved, getting Troy Glover in the game offensively and getting Sam Towns in the game defensively. Having both play on both ends of the court is going to be a big thing for the Falcons this season, and you got to do that early against a pretty solid but definitely smaller Texas State team.
Yeah, I think a big key for me is going to be getting a lead early. We've seen this Texas State team, albeit in an exhibition match, they still put up 100 points. I think, a team with as much offensive firepower like that, you're going to want to get a lead and you're going to want to maintain a lead early on in the game.
Yeah, key for me is their defensive pressure and the turnover creation by the Falcons. If BG can force turnovers and generate transition opportunities off defense, they can really control the pace of this game and make life hard for a Texas State team that really emphasizes efficient offense.
Yeah, all right. Coming up, we'll take our final thoughts going into tonight's matchup. Right now, let's take a look at what's going on in Falcon Athletics in 60 seconds in Falcon Athletics.
BGSU Hockey kicked off their CCHA schedule on the road in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan for a weekend series against the Lake Superior State University Lakers. The Falcons emerged from the weekend with a sweep over the Lakers with a 4-1 and 3-2 victories. Coach Williams started sophomore goaltender Tyler Palmer on Friday night and freshman Jacob Steinman on Saturday. The two netminders impressed in their appearances, with Palmer recording a .964 save percentage and Jacob Steinman recording a .939 save percentage. Senior forward and alternate captain Jaden Grant led the Falcons to the victory on Friday night with 2 goals on the night. This has been 60 Seconds in Falcon Athletics.
On September 5th, 2025, BGSU men's soccer forward Trace Terry found the back of the net with a spectacular goal within the first 5 minutes of the match to defeat Michigan State 1-0, marking the second straight season the Falcons defeated the Spartans. Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer had the call of the goal on the WBGU PBS YouTube channel livestream.
Suarez will look along for Terry. He's going to find Terry. He's going to take it on the bounce. A left-footed shot is in! Oh, what a strike from Trace Terry! 1-0 Bowling Green!
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
And welcome back to Falcon Media Sports Network pregame coverage. Just a few minutes away now from the Falcons tipping off against the Texas State Bobcats, and your final thoughts heading into tonight's matchup.
I'm really excited, Nate. I'm really excited to get basketball back and the Stroh Center women's basketball back in a couple weeks. We mentioned them on WBGU 88.1 FM on our sister station. So just really excited for that to be back, even though they're non-conference, still fun to watch and play.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a great game today. I'm pretty excited. First game of college basketball. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I think second best 2 words in sports opening night. Always great for a new season to start. I'm really excited for Sam Towns to be back. I'm excited to see Javante Campbell again. I'm excited to see these new players make some fresh starts here in the Mid-American Conference.
All right, let's take one more short commercial break right now, and we'll send things on out to Tyler and Artie at the Stro, where you are listening to Falcon Media's Sports Network coverage on Falcon Radio.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Falcon Media Sports Network pregame coverage, men's basketball pregame coverage, but talking all about what's going on in Falcon athletics. It was certainly a busy weekend this past weekend, and Ben Korak here now, of course, our hockey and volleyball beat for the Falcon Media Sports Network, and hockey and volleyball certainly had a busy weekend this past weekend.
Yeah, they did. Hockey played 2 games Friday and Saturday, lost both in overtime, but they took 2 points towards CCHA, currently second in the CCHA. Those games against Bemidji State, they head into up to Mankato, Minnesota for Minnesota State this coming weekend. Both games broadcast on WBGU 88.1 FM 15 minutes prior to game time, 8 on Friday, 7 on Saturday. And then Bowling Green volleyball went down to Miami of Ohio, and those 2 matches resulted in a 5-set loss and then a 3-set loss for the team. They now have must-win series coming up against University of Akron at home in the Stroh Center. Both of those will also be broadcast. I believe there's going to be a delay on a couple of them by a couple of hours, but they're both going to be broadcast, posted to BG Falcon Media YouTube channel, and those are must-win for the volleyball team.
We pretty much have more games than we do stations at this point.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah, I can't talk about Falcon athletics, though, with talking about what went on this weekend in football.
Let's not.
Oh, man.
Falcons, of course, losing to Buffalo 28-3 on Saturday.
And if you didn't hear the news, offensive coordinator Travis Partridge has been relieved of his position. So at least they're making moves to fix the offense a bit, but still not a desired outcome for the Falcon football team.
Yeah, especially when it comes to all the quarterbacks getting injured, and then you've just got, I don't know, the injury bug has really bitten the Falcons this season, and I think it's really been holding them back.
Yeah, all right, and the Falcon football team is back in action this Saturday against Eastern Michigan. So, yeah, they have another chance to make it up this Saturday, see how they do. See if Putch's birthday gives them some luck.
Oh, gosh.
I hope so.
We'll see. Coming up, we'll send things on out to the Stroh as we get ready for the Falcons to tip off against Texas State. You are listening to Falcon Radio.
It's 4 a.m., Monday, and you're literally sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. Man, that's love. And if you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. To make sure your child's in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Falcon Media Sports Network pregame coverage. Wrapping things up tonight here in the Falcon Radio studio for pregame coverage. Joined by Sam Bork, Andrew Helkowski, and Ben Korak. We'll talk to you guys again here at halftime, but now it is time to send things on out to the Stroh with Tyler Kavelitz and Artie Abrego. How's it going?
After nearly 8 months away from the comfort of home, BGSU men's basketball is back at the Stroh Center with a newly revamped roster seeking to end their long championship drought. Welcome into opening night of college basketball with BGSU's season opener against Texas State on deck here from the Stroh Center in Northwest Ohio. Excited to be with you all tonight. Tyler Kavelitz alongside Artie Abrego from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Artie, as they were all mentioning in the pregame show, a great job by them, by the way, back in the Kulin Center. 2 teams that were very injured last year. Texas State had 11 players miss a game due to injury. Bowling Green was down to 3-on-3s in practice at this point in the season last year. Both the teams did not have the results they wanted last year. They are both newly revamped rosters seeking to have better seasons.
I mean, they're kind of mirrors of each other in a way. They went through the same sort of issues that each team did, had to rebuild almost the same way, had to bring in a lot of new guys, a lot of fresh new talent to the programs, which is sort of the name of the game right now. If you're a mid-major school in college athletics, you're going to have to rebuild your program year after year if you have so many guys transferring in and out of the program.
3rd straight season for Bowling Green with 10 new players.
10 is the magic number for Bowling Green and Todd Simon, but both teams want to get off to a strong start this season. I mean, you kind of have to after you both had injury-riddled seasons that didn't go the way you wanted to and didn't go the way you expected it to because of said injuries.
Starters are in for both teams as the introductions are beginning here at the Stroh Center. But before we do get to those lineups, the Stroh Center is going to honor a moment of silence for Terry Weimer, the longtime official from Northwest Ohio who passed away. So we're going to step aside for that real quick, and we'll be right back after that short break with the starting lineups for Bowling Green and Texas State. You're listening to BGSU Men's Basketball on Falcon Radio.
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU Athletics. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and
You are tuned into Falcon Media Sports Network basketball coverage on Falcon Radio.
Back here at the Stroh Center for BGSU men's basketball season opener against Texas State. A nice gesture by Bowling Green. Moment of silence for Terry Weimer, longtime basketball official from Northwest Ohio who recently passed away. The lineups are in for both teams as the starting lineup introductions starting on the Bill Frack court. For Texas State, it'll be Caden Gums, a junior guard from San Marcos, Texas. Makai Willis, 6'8" center, senior from Tallahassee, Florida. Mark Drone, one of the 3 players back on the roster this season for Texas State, 6 foot forward, 180, senior from Jackson, Mississippi. He's joined alongside Jalen Bolden, a 6'5", 200-pound senior guard from Zachary, Louisiana. And then rounding out the starting 5 for the Bobcats is Kendall Davis, a 6'5", 200-pound fifth-year guard from Chicago, Illinois. For Bowling Green, it'll be the lineup that they used in their first exhibition game against Michigan State. It'll be the senior forward Sam Towns, the senior forward Troy Glover II, the senior guard Javante Campbell, who set the program steals record last season, senior guard Justin Thomas in his 6th school with Bowling Green, coming from Florida State. And then rounding out the starting 5 for Bowling Green is Josiah Shackelford, a sophomore guard. So Shackelford, really the only younger player in this starting 5, a very veteran lineup for Bowling Green. And for Texas State, more of a put-together lineup with a bunch of new pieces on their side.
I mean, with Texas State, you kind of had to after you lost so many players in the portal and graduation. You were going into the season knowing you were going to have a completely new squad. As for Bowling Green, we saw against Dayton, Javon Ruffin, he was inserted into the starting lineup for Shackelford. So, I mean, I think the strategy, we don't have a look inside of Todd Simon's head, but I got to imagine with Ruffin being a senior, he's got a lot of experience. So I wonder if we were talking about this, we're wondering if he's just trying to add some experience to that bench play, that second unit.
Well, and we also asked Simon after the Dayton exhibition what the starting lineups would look like this season, and he said he thinks there's 7-8 guys that could be starters on this team, and that is something that will probably change game to game, week to week as we head towards conference play and as he mixes with the pieces of the puzzle to try to figure out what will work best chemistry and results-wise for this Bowling Green team. So I would expect that there will be movement throughout this lineup throughout the season, but it starts with Towns, Glover, Campbell, Thomas, and Shackelford in the season opener for Bowling Green. Another new addition for the Falcons is the coaching staff, slightly altered this season. German Strulovich left to go into sports agency and representation, that side of the business, and he is replaced by Anthony Stacy, who was an all-time great here at Bowling Green, had a coaching stint here for the Falcons, and was most recently head coach up the road for Toledo Whitmer High School.
And he's joined by another player he coached at Whitmer High School, which was Makai Leach.
He is indeed.
So he has followed one of the players he coached very closely all the way over here.
Bowling Green, they're going to be in their all-white uniforms with BGSU across the chest. The Falcons are 14-6 all time in these uniforms under Todd Simon, their best record in any uniform under Simon in his third year leading the orange in brown. Texas State will be in their all blacks, wearing Texas State across the chest. Some maroon lettering mixing in there, outlined by some gold. Bowling Green with the orange numbers. Tip-off, and we are underway here from the Stroh Center. Texas State will start with the ball. Davis with it on the left wing. Davis resets up to the top. Gums back to Davis. Swing over to the left side to Mark Drone. Drone gives it off to Bolden. Back up top to Gums. Gums gets a pass off to the right side. Bowling Green stingy defense to start. That three-pointer short. No good by Kendall Davis. Bowling Green takes it the other way. Javante Campbell gives it off to Justin Thomas. Back to Campbell at the midcourt logo. Javante Campbell, preseason first-team All-MAC selection for Bowling Green. Drives inside, gives it off down low. Detroit Glover the second, tried to get a shot off, was stripped away from him. Not sure he expected that pass. Texas State takes it the other way. A give down low to Willis. That's stolen away. Javante Campbell, who else comes away with the ball, takes it the other way. Gives it off to Josiah Shackelford. His three-pointer no good. And it looks like Sam Towns will be called for an over the back. A loose ball foul, trying to get that rebound. That's something to watch for Sam Towns, Artie. Fouls have been a trouble for him in the past.
Yeah.
4 personal fouls in the exhibition against Dayton. 3 personal fouls against Michigan State in the preseason.
I mean, he's a very physical player. He likes to throw his body around. He likes to really get physical when he's defending and getting rebounds. So he does draw a lot of fouls that way, though, unfortunately.
Caden Gums gives it off to Makai Willis. A three-pointer launched from the corner is no good. That was Mark Drone on the attempt. Josiah Shackelford bringing it the other way. Offensive foul going to be called. I believe that's on Sam Towns. It will. Sam Towns quickly picks up his second personal foul of the game with 18:29 left to play. And he will be subbed out of this game for Mayar Wool. So definitely something to watch. Sam Towns can be on the bench for a little bit here with those 2 personal fouls.
And, I mean, you need Sam out on the court, especially in these opening minutes. He's such a great rebounder and facilitator. He's really improved his shooting as well. So, I mean, that's a lot of experience you're missing from your lineup right now.
Down low, the shot by Willis does not go from the center for Texas State. Bowling Green with the ball, trying to work it to Glover down low. There is a whistle. Bowling Green's taking the ball left to right across your radio dials. Texas State right to left. It'll be an inbound under the hoop for Bowling Green. Texas State fouling Makai Willis. Javante Campbell to inbound for Bowling Green. Campbell gives it off to Glover, right wing. Glover driving baseline, gets inside. Right-handed layup goes. Troy Glover the second gets Bowling Green on the board. They score first, 2-0. Took 2 minutes for either team to score. But we have finally started the scoring action here in the Stroh Center.
Great move there by Glover. Dances through the defense for the first points of the season for Bowling Green.
Makai Willis with the ball, gives it off to Gums, top of the key. Gums back down to Willis, right block, working on Glover. His shot no good. Mayar Wool skies to the rebound. Wool gives it to Shackelford. Shackelford up the floor to Justin Thomas. He resets top of the key to Mayar Wool. Wool right wing to Javante Campbell. Campbell working inside. Going to be a blocking foul on Mayar Wool. Third foul already by Bowling Green. Todd Simon not happy on the side, wearing his orange suit. Trying to get this Bowling Green team to be a little more disciplined to start, as they already have 3 personal fouls and 2 turnovers.
And Wool, he just kind of pushed with his forearms when he was going through that screen. He was trying to set a screen, but pushed through with his forearms. And that was right in front of the referee.
Yep.
That's going to draw a foul. You got to play smarter than that.
17:20 to play in the first half. Bowling Green leads Texas State 2-0. Texas State gets the ball out here to Davis. Kendall Davis misses the three-pointer from the left wing. Was a nice save by Jalen Bolden to keep it going out of bounds baseline. And it's last touched by the Bobcats. It'll be Bowling Green ball going the other way.
I mean, last season in the Sun Belt, the Bobcats had the 36.7% from 3. That was the highest in the conference, but they did also take the least amount of 3-point shots.
Not an aggressive team from beyond the arc. Javante Campbell working his way down low. Tries to get a layup off. Does not go as it's stripped away from him by Mark Drone. Drone, a transfer. A second year at Texas State, was a transfer from Southwest Mississippi Community College. As the inbound goes to Troy Glover the second. He tries to slam it home. Gets stripped away from him. That'll be a foul on Texas State. It will be on Tay Knox. Newly checked into the game, 6'9" forward from Troy, Alabama. He played his past 2 seasons at Western Illinois. 7 transfers onto this team for Texas State. First free throw goes for Troy Glover. Glover last season made just 53.9% of his tries from the line, 62 for 115.
When you said 7 transfers, I almost thought you meant one school for that one
No.
player. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised nowadays, but
definitely a different age we live in with college athletics.
I mean, there's a guy out on the court for BG, Justin Thomas, who went to 6 schools. So I mean,
indeed. 4-0 Bowling Green, under 17 to play here in the first half of the Stroh Center. Pass over to Gums, left side. Gums resets top of the key. It's going to be swung over to the right side, driving inside, and that layup goes. That was Jalen Bolden. Played his past 3 seasons at ULM. The senior finally gets Texas State on the board. 4-2, the new score. 16.5 to play in the first half. Josiah Shackelford with the ball. Top of the key to Javante Campbell. Campbell going to reset at the midcourt logo. Calls for a screen by Troy Glover. Moves the other way to the left side. Gives it off to Shackelford in the corner. Shackelford left wing. Falls to the ground as he gets it off to Meyer Wool. Almost a shot clock violation, but it's taken away from Texas State before the clock expires. 3-pointer launched by Bolden is no good the other way. Javante Campbell takes it for Bowling Green.
I mean, Texas State is really living and dying by that 3-point shot. I mean, multiple
Very
now.
different from how they played last year.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're just trying to establish some aggressiveness against this BG team.
4 of Texas State's 7 shots so far have been 3-pointers. Pass inside to Troy Glover the second. He's double-teamed, triple-teamed for a second. We'll see, is that a jump ball or is that a foul? I believe it will be a foul. Will be a foul on Texas State. That'll go against Robert Fields, and that'll take us to our first media timeout. Low-scoring affair so far here at the Stroh Center. 4-2 at Bowling Green over Texas State. 15:38 to play in the first half. You're listening to BGSU men's basketball season opening action right here on Falcon Radio. Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Snakes, zombies, sharks, heights, speaking in public. The list of fears is endless. But while you're clutching your blanket in the dark, wondering if that sound in the hall was actually a footstep, the real danger is in your hand, when you're behind the wheel. And while you might think a great white shark is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I taught for 20 years, until I started forgetting my lectures.
Eventually, he had to quit. Getting his early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard, but it gave us time to take control of the situation, together.
I can't imagine going through this without him.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Now back to more Falcon men's basketball action, live on Falcon Radio.
Just 4-2, Bowling Green over Texas State. 15:38 left to play in the first half here at the Stroh Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. Tyler Cavlitz alongside Artie Abrego from the Falcon Media Sports Network. First day of college basketball across the nation.
Thank
Fans
God.
patiently waiting, anxiously waiting for the start of the college basketball season. Had action starting off as early as 8 a.m. here on the east side of the country, Eastern time zone. A lot of people, surprisingly, up to watch those games.
I bet one of them was our own Foster Rosti. He always seems to have a game on.
It was indeed.
There I see him.
We're going to have a foul called here as Justin Thomas was looking to inbound baseline. The Texas State sideline exploded in excitement. Todd Simon seeking an explanation. There's a foul on Jalen Bolden for the Bobcats, so not exactly sure what they were cheering about.
I think it must have been close, or like extremely physically up close.
Interesting. Bolden's first personal. Shackelford and Glover were checked down the timeout. Ruffin and Goins in. The pass inbound is to Aiden Goins. He tries to pass it between a few defenders to Mayar Wool. It goes past Wool, a little too low. Couldn't get his hands on it. Out of bounds. Another turnover for Bowling Green, their fourth so far.
I mean, just so many miscommunications so far for VG. I mean, that's what you can describe a lot of these turnovers as, just a lot of miscommunicating.
Mark Drone tries to pass it off down low. It's stolen away by Bowling Green. Here comes Justin Thomas the other way. Thomas, college basketball veteran, gives it off to Javon Ruffin. First time we've seen him with the ball today. Ruffin resets the offense up to Javante Campbell. Campbell driving to his right, trying to get to the rim. It's stripped away, and he steals the pass that goes the other way by Texas State. He's rejected as he goes inside. What a sequence of events. Texas State takes it the other way. The shot by Bolden, which was a little floater off a Euro step inside, is an air ball, does not go, and it'll be Bowling Green ball. So to recap, Javante Campbell drove inside, stripped away. He intercepted the pass going the other way by the Bobcats, went up for a shot, was rejected, and then Bolden airballs a floater on the other end. Bowling Green ball once again.
Bolden was calling for a foul too. He was gesturing towards his, I believe his wrist. He tapped it twice. He was looking for a foul. Didn't get one though, but I mean, this is a very physical game so far.
It is.
And I mean, I like what I'm seeing so far from Javante Campbell. Last two exhibition games, we didn't really see him drive a lot into the paint until the end of games. Now he's just going straight for it. So it's nice to see that, at least so far. Ooh.
It's going to be a backcourt violation by Javon Ruffin. Tried to jump up and save it. Fifth turnover of the game for Bowling Green. Mark Drone, Jalen Bolden checked out for the Bobcats. Frank Emu and Dimp Purnell newly into the game.
I mean, they just really can't seem to get a handle on these passes that they're getting. They keep fumbling them. They keep bouncing off their hands, their arms.
Caden Gums double teamed on the left wing, gets the pass off, and it gets to the corner for a three-pointer by Purnell. That's no good. Bowling Green takes it the other way. Campbell pass to Ruffin in front of the Texas State bench. Reset to Meyer Wool, left wing. Goins gives it off to Justin Thomas. Thomas to the corner, way overshoots Javon Ruffin. That pass was way over the head of Ruffin. And Javon, who stands 6'5", couldn't get up there for that one. Sixth turnover early by Bowling Green. Like you said, Artie, a lot of miscommunication by the Falcons here early.
I mean, just the passes are just off. I mean, that's what most of these are coming from, just poor passes, poor planning on the passes. I mean, that one just went way over the head, way too much power. And there was a look there. There was a wide open shot in the corner if they had connected there.
Down low with the ball is Davis, does not go. Or sorry, he does get it to go. Apologies. That was DJ Hall. Hall just came in for Davis. So DJ Hall checked into the game now, 6'7", true freshman forward, gets the shot to go and even up the score. 4 apiece, 13.5 to play in the first half at the Stroh Center. Very low scoring affair so far. Javante Campbell drives inside. His layup goes. Campbell puts the Falcons back ahead 6-4. And Javante Campbell is on the board for the first time today.
Beautiful job by Javante Campbell. Almost pauses like midway through that layup to get the defender to blow by him. His hand bounces off the backboard, and he gets an easy layup to get the Falcons back up by 2.
Meyer Wool pressuring DJ Hall. He gets the pass off. It's going to be swung over to Purnell. Purnell driving inside. Nice left-handed layup goes for Dimp Purnell. And we are all tied up once again at 6 apiece, under 13 to play here at the Stroh Center in the first half. Javante Campbell being methodical with the ball at the midcourt logo. He is guarded by Caden Gums. Campbell drives inside, throws it up for Myar Wool. He catches it, tosses it off the backboard, and it goes for a layup off the alley-oop by Javante Campbell. Myar Wool onto the board for the first time this season for Bowling Green. They lead 8-6, 12.5 to play in the first half. Here's a jumper just beyond the free throw line by Frank Emu. That goes. He had the red shirt last season due to a preseason injury. Gets on the board for the first time since the 2023-24 season.
And this feels like more what we expected out of these two teams. It took a long while, but it feels like they both settled in now. They're hitting more of their shots. They're taking a little more time in between things. Texas State, they look like they're moving away from that three-point game now, focusing more on the mid-range and the inside.
Troy Glover the second and Josiah Shackelford going to check into the game for Aiden Goins and Javon Ruffin. Campbell will inbound baseline to the left side of the hoop for Bowling Green. Gets it to Glover, back to Campbell, left wing, gets a three off. Javante Campbell got it to go. First three-pointer of the season by Javante Campbell, and Bowling Green leads Texas State 11-8, 12 minutes to play in the first half.
And he's not normally a three-point shooter. He's most focused on the inside.
DJ Hall wide open down low, snuck past the Bowling Green defense, gets the layup to go. He's up to 4 points. He is the Plano East High School's all-time leading scorer with 1,388 points. Josiah Shackelford now launches a three from the right wing, falling to his right, and he gets it to go. A 4-point lead for Bowling Green, 14-10.
I mean, last season at Flagler, he shot 58.3% from the three-point line. That's what the Falcons knew what they were getting when he transferred here.
Frank Umu kicks it out to the right side, and that's a three-pointer launched and drilled by Dimp Purnell. So Purnell, they're going to say it's a 2. So he was just inside that line. It will be a 2, but Myar Wool on the other end, straightaway triple, drills it, 17-12 Bowling Green.
Love that from Wool. Just takes a little bit of a step up once he gets the ball. Great job from three.
3 straight three-pointers made by Bowling Green. They have heated up from outside. They're 3 for 4 from deep, 6 for 9 from the field. Meanwhile, Texas State 6 for 14 overall, 0 for 5 from deep. Purnell kicks it over to the left side to Caden Gums. He can't handle the pass. That goes out of the bounds. And as we head into the media timeout, Bowling Green with all of the momentum. They've made 6 of their last 7 shots, including 3 straight triples. And they lead Texas State 17-12. 10:43 to play into the first half. You're listening to BGSU Men's Basketball on Falcon Radio.
BGSU men's soccer wraps up their 2025 season on the road against Northern Illinois on Wednesday, November 5th at the NIU Soccer and Track and Field Complex in DeKalb, Illinois. The Falcons and the Huskies last played each other last year, with BG securing a 2-1 victory. Check out bgfalconmedia.com after the match for a recap from Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer, as well as additional content.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Even when the game ends, Falcon Media Sports Network's coverage continues with a recap on bgfalconmedia.com.
17-12, Bowling Green leads Texas State. An opening night for both of these squads. 10:43 to play in the first half at the Stroh Center. Tyler Cavlitz alongside Artie Abrego from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Artie, what are your big takeaways from the action so far? Slow start both teams starting to heat up just a little.
They've definitely gotten themselves their foot on the gas pedal, so to speak. Both teams. They look a little more confident, a little more assertive to themselves. I really like the three-point shooting from Bowling Green. I mean, last season, because of all the injuries, you lost a lot of your three-point shooters and a lot of the guys that would normally take those perimeter shots. But
Javante Campbell gives it off to newly checked-in freshman Mekhi Leach. Left wing triple does not fall. Taken the other way by Dimp Purnell and Texas State. Reset top of the key by Mark Drone. Over to Purnell, left wing. Ball finds down low to Mekhi Willis, and Willis just bullies his way to the rim for a layup. 17-14, Bowling Green's lead cut down to 3, officially under 10 minutes to play in the first half, halfway through the first half of action. Glover to Campbell, top of the key for Bowling Green. Campbell drives to his left side, trying to get to the rim, trying to drop it off to Troy Glover the second, intercepted by Texas State, and another turnover for the Falcons, 7th of the game.
I don't think Glover knew that pass was coming again either. I mean, I feel like this is a case of Campbell just trying to play too cute.
Tried to bounce it through traffic there.
I mean, you got to know when you're getting it pass. You got to know the guy knows it's coming.
Frank Emu driving inside, gets Glover to jump, but had no look, kicks it out. That's a long 2 attempted by DJ Hall that does not fall. Mayar Wool going to give it off to Mekhi Leach. Leach trying to bounce it into Troy Glover, and Glover again can't handle a pass bounce to him. 8th turnover of the game early by Bowling Green.
Todd Simon is furious.
Dimp Purnell takes it the other way, gives it off. Three-pointer launched and three-pointer drilled by Texas State. That was Frank Emu, his first on the board, all tied up at 17.
That's their first three-pointer, too.
It is.
That's the first one they've managed to connect with.
1 for 6. Mekhi Leach, triple from the right corner. That goes Mekhi Leach. Welcome to college basketball. His first points as a Falcon, and he gives Bowling Green a 20-17 lead.
And Mekhi Leach is one of the guys they brought in that they were super excited about. He looks basketball ready. We talked about that a couple times.
Down low, pass, trying to get to Mekhi Willis, couldn't handle it, intercepted by Shackelford. Leach gives it off to Mayar Wool. Wool driving inside, left-handed layup, skies to the rim, and gets it to go, 22-17. Timeout called by Terrence Johnson and the Bobcats.
And I love what I'm seeing right now of Wool. He might be quietly one of the best pickups for BG in the offseason. He was a former, he went to Eastern Kentucky last season. He was Atlantic Sun Conference 6th Man of the Year. He's a great guy you need for that second unit to add some speed, some patience to your lineup, along with good shooting and some good interior play.
Scored double-digit points 13 times last season. Was highly recruited out of high school. Went to Word of God Christian Academy. Had offers from Clemson, Mississippi State, Georgia Tech, Ole Miss, and Cincinnati, among others. Chose the College of Charleston. Like you mentioned, goes to Eastern Kentucky, gets Atlantic Sun Conference 6th Man of the Year, and already making an impact for Bowling Green. 5-point lead for the Falcons, 8:15 to play in the first half. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to BGSU Men's Basketball Action right here on Falcon Radio.
Unlike other local sources, Falcon Media Sports Network and BG Falcon Media will never charge a paywall to view our content. However, if you are looking to support student media, you can donate at the bottom of our stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You are listening to Falcon basketball coverage from the Falcon Media Sports Network, live on Falcon Radio.
22-17, Bowling Green leads Texas State, opening night for college basketball. 8:15 to play in the first half. A MAC Sunbelt Challenge action between these 2 teams. Bowling Green's 2-2 in the MAC Sunbelt Challenge, its 3rd year. this year. First game all-time against Texas State. Bowling Green looking to continue a tradition of winning home openers. They've won 5 of their last 6 already, and they're going to be at home quite often to start this season. 3 straight home games for the Falcons, the most since the 1998-99 campaign.
I mean, it's nice to kick off your season at home in that home environment. Gets you more comfortable. Obviously, you got the home court advantage, which is always nice.
Offensive foul committed by Texas State. It'll be against Robert Fields, the 6'9" freshman center, tied for the tallest player on this team. Justin Thomas will take it the other way for Bowling Green. Gives it off to Mekhi Leach, left wing. Leach down low to Goins. Aiden Goins trying to bully his way inside. Fadeaway left-handed hook. Way too strong off the backboard. Rebounded, taken the other way by the Bobcats. Driving inside, putting up a floater, does not go. That was Frank Emu as Shackelford takes it the other way. Baseline jumper fading to the baseline, does not go for Shackelford. Little short off front iron. Bobcats ball once again. They trail by 5, 7.5 to play first half. Dip Purnell gives it off. Ball finds Robert Fields, top of the key. Fields, the big man, gives it off to Purnell. Deep triple from the right wing. That falls. Dip Purnell. He was the first player in Jones College history with at least 1,000 points scored. The second player was his twin brother, Kai Purnell, who was also on this Texas State roster, one of 3 teams in the country with twins on the roster. Josiah Shackelford launches a triple, overshoots it, air ball for Shackelford. Bobcats take it the other way. Bowling Green's lead just 2. Driving inside and handing it off to Davis. Davis slams it home through traffic for Texas State. Emphatic finish to tie the game at 22 apiece.
Yeah, Shackelford hasn't had the best last couple of minutes. I mean, he's missed a couple. He just got dunked on there.
Justin Thomas drives inside. Thought about a fadeaway jumper. Finds Meyer Wool open outside. Meyer Wool makes Texas State pay for leaving him wide open. Drains the triple. 25-22 Bowling Green lead.
And he's got 10 points already, and he hasn't missed yet. He's 4 for 4 on his shots. And that's 2 for 2 from 3 now.
Very much feeling like how Javon Ruffin played against Dayton, where he could not miss. Nice finish by Mark Drone. Drove inside. Little circus layup from the left side to the right side of the rim as he went under. Makes it a 1-point game, 25-24. Shackelford gives it off to Meyer Wool. Wool to the left side to Justin Thomas. JT resets top of the key. Finds Mekhi Leach, right wing. Leach drives inside, tried to yam it over a Texas State defender, did not fall. Bobcats take it the other way. Dip Purnell thought about a triple, hands it off to Davis. Kendall Davis's baseline jumper does not fall. Meyer Wool takes it the other way with pace. Now he's going to slow down on the right wing. Reset top of the key to Justin Thomas. 3 Falcons getting ready to check in, along with 3 Bobcats to the next dead ball. Thomas at the midcourt logo. 10 on the shot clock, driving in. Goes from right to left, wide open in front of the rim. JT puts it in for 2. 27-24, Bowling Green leads, under 5 to play in the first half.
Thomas, I like that patience there. He just sort of works his way through his defense, sort of Euro steps through multiple guys, and gets a quick, easy layup. Doesn't settle for a 3.
Deep three-pointer launched by Texas State, and that falls. Frank Emu, his second triple of the day. All even at 27, 4.5 to play in the first half. Justin Thomas looking for a screen from Goins, now double-teamed. Somehow got his dribble back, must have been knocked away. Tries to pass inside to Goins, lazy pass, stripped away. I should say knocked away by Texas State. Ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by Bowling Green as the Bobcats tried to get some transition offense. And that's now 9 turnovers in this first half so far by Bowling Green, compared to just 5 for Texas State. It'll be Bobcats ball just past the midcourt logo. Leading scorer right now is Meyer Wool. He's the only player in double digits, 10 points. Perfect 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from deep. Frank Emu has 8 points. for Texas State. He's 3 for 4, 2 for 2 from the three-point range.
So both the leading scorers for both teams are coming off the bench right now.
Caden Gums back into the game for Texas State. Nice passing inside, finds Makai Willis. He's rejected by Troy Glover the second. Glover just pinned it to the backboard, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Texas State. Glover lost the shoe, still made the play.
I mean, Glover, a player of that. This was a guy we were very excited about. He's 6'10". He led the Great Vegas Valley Conference in block shots last season, and he was named the Defensive Player of the Year before he came to Bowling Green. So he's a good replacement for Jemai Felt, essentially. What Jemai Felt provided to the team, that's what Glover essentially is.
Glover had 220 blocks over the past 3 seasons. That's his first as a Falcon, and it'll take us to the final media timeout of the first half. 27-all between Bowling Green and Texas State. 4 minutes left to play in this first half at the Stroh Center. You're listening to BGSU Men's Basketball season opening action right here on Falcon Radio.
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Falcon men's basketball coverage live on Falcon Radio. For Falcons, by Falcons.
27-all Bowling Green, Texas State. 4 minutes to play in this first half. Bowling Green, 55.6% from the field. They've made 5 of their 8 three-point attempts. Texas State an even 50% from the floor, 3 for 8 from deep. Tyler Kavlitz alongside Artie Abrego from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Artie, these teams have been neck and neck throughout this first half. Started slow. Both offenses got going. Seemed like Bowling Green was going to build a little bit of a lead, but the Bobcats have answered every step of the way.
The Bobcats, they're a tough team to beat. They went 16-16 last season. So, a little bit of average score, but they're still very tough. They're very physical, as they've shown today.
Troy Glover the second, driving inside, contact, he gets the layup to go, and one as he falls to the floor. 29-27 Bowling Green.
He fell to the floor. The first thing he does, he just pops back up like the Undertaker and starts screaming. You got to love that type of physicality from a player.
Heavy contact, too. He went against 2 Texas State defenders down low, took contact from both of them, still made the shot. He made both his free throws earlier, a chance to make it a 3-point lead for Bowling Green here.
We talked about the size advantage. Earlier. Ben Korak, I think, mentioned it on the pregame. But a 6'10" Troy Glover the second. He's gonna have a field day today if things keep going the way that they're going for him.
6 points today, just 1 rebound, an assist, and a block. He missed that free throw line too strong off back iron. Caden Gums gives it off here. Ball finds Makai Willis down low. Willis took a step too much. That's a travel. And that's the turnover for the Bobcats. Bowling Green ball.
You could see the Bowling Green bench react in unison as they immediately knew it was a travel.
Javante Campbell bringing up the floor for Bowling Green. He has 5 points, 2 for 3 from the field. Rough shooting in the exhibition games for him. 2 for 6 in the field against Dayton. 5 for 20 against Michigan State. Javante Campbell, though, gets inside, gets a floater to fall. 7 points for him. He's 3 for 4 from the floor. Floated it over 2 Texas State defenders. 4-point advantage for Bowling Green. 31-27. 2:45 to play in the first half. Gums with it. gives it down low to Davis. Davis looked like he was trying to pass it. Initially looked like he was going up for a shot. Ruffin takes it the other way for Bowling Green. Shackelford driving baseline, hands it off to Glover. He tosses it off glass, and it's a 6-point advantage for the Falcons, 33-27. Glover up to 8 points on 3 for 4 shooting.
And again, that's just where the size advantage comes into play. I mean, it's tough to block a guy who's 6'10", and your entire team is very undersized and very guard heavy.
Kendall Davis with the ball, spinning away from Shackelford, knocked away. Ruffin comes up with the ball. Ruffin gives it to Campbell. 2-on-1 for Bowling Green. Campbell going to take it all the way. Misses the layup with contact, gets his own rebound. Campbell still with the ball, gives it off to Shackelford. Takes a step back for a three-pointer. Left corner, does not go. Glover bats it back for Bowling Green. Campbell comes up with the ball. His three-pointer does not fall. And after all of that, 3 attempts to score for Bowling Green off the transition break. It's Texas State ball. 1:40 to play in the first half. Bowling Green leads by 6, 33-27. Pass down low to a wide open cutting Jalen Lee, and he gets it to go. Lee, a transfer from Texas A&M. He can jump, set the high school record at Paris High School for high jump. Showed it there with the hops to slam it home, make it a 4-point game. Campbell with the ball. Gives it off to Shackelford, left corner. Shackelford drives baseline, tried to bounce past it to Glover. Couldn't come up with it. Luckily, Meyer Wool was there diagonal from Glover beyond the three-point line. Picked up the ball. He went to move and drive inside, and he is fouled. They will assign it to Jalen Bolden, his first. And we are left with 1:08 to play in this first half. Still the 4-point advantage for Bowling Green, 33-29. It will be their ball. Big problem I've seen by this Bowling Green offense, Artie, they're trying to force it, bounce pass down to Troy Glover, the second down low. He is not having a good time handling those. He's not getting contact on some of them.
No, I mean, it's obviously the strategy. Height advantage, he's 6'10", but he also, as part of them, is I don't think he knows they're coming a lot of the time. That's too, like,
they're a little impromptu.
That affects your reaction time, because when you know something is coming, you know you're going to have to catch it and so forth, as opposed to when you just have to improvise it.
A 1-and-1 at the line for Meyer Wool. He hits the first. He's the game's leading scorer, 11 points. 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from deep. His second free throw attempt is good, so mark him a 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 35-29, Bowling Green leads. A minute to play now in the first half at the Stroh Center. Falcons looking to close out the half strong. Campbell knocks away a pass picked up by Texas State. Down inside, DJ Hall going up. He's blocked by Troy Glover the second. Was there contact?
I think they are going to call contact.
They're going to foul. They're going to say it's on Justin Thomas, who was helping Glover go up for that defense. So DJ Hall will go to the line. It will be for 2. His first does not go. Shooting away from the student section, but that student section still rowdy. Ziggyville for Bowling Green.
Shout out to Ziggyville and the Screech team. Came out of numbers today. That's a pretty packed student section.
It is indeed. You can probably hear it through the mic. The second free throw also no good. Student section explodes. Texas State got the ball back, threw it right to Javante Campbell. Campbell driving the other way. It's stripped. He's going to go to the line for 2. Nice job of Campbell picking off that pass, second steal of the game, and just took it with pace the other way. Said, I'm going to head straight down towards the rim. You can try to stop me if you want. Took all the contact in the world, and he gets 2 shots at the free throw line.
I mean, that pass went directly to him, and we know Javante Campbell, everyone who followed him last season, he's extremely physical. He loves playing through contact. He loves the inside game.
He's just so good at getting in the passing lanes,
Absolutely.
too. First one goes from Campbell from the line. Campbell, 76.4% from the line last season. Led the MAC and set the program record with steals last year with 90. It was 4th in the nation. At least 5 steals in 4 games. Had just 1 game out of the 32 that he played where he did not record a steal.
Ridiculous numbers. And he did most of that with a broken hand.
Or 2.
Yeah.
He goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Game high, 8-point lead for Bowling Green, 37-29. 45 seconds and counting to go in this first half. Gums with it. Caden Gums gives it off, trying to get the DJ Hall down low. Who else but Javante Campbell to pick it off? Third steal of the game by Campbell. He's been a menace defensively for Bowling Green. He'll bring it over past the midcourt logo. Then Bowling Green will call a timeout. They're going to inbound it at midcourt. 26.7 seconds to play in this first half. A 2.7 second differential from game clock to shot clock. 37-32, Bowling Green leads by 5.
I like the idea of the timeout. I mean, it gives you a little more time to think. You can draw up a play here, get one of your shooters open. I mean, also, there's...
All right, they're actually going to correct that. I don't know why
Yeah.
it said 30. I was confused there for a second. 37-29. They added 3 by accident on the scoreboard. But Artie, 26-7 to play, 8-point advantage. You have a chance to the last shot in the half if you want it, if you play your cards correctly. What do you want to see drawn up by Bowling Green here?
I would like to see, if he's in the game, I would like to see something drawn up for Wool. I think they might go Shackelford here, but Shackelford has been, he hasn't had the greatest shooting night so far. So I would definitely go for Wool. Possibly in the interior to Glover on the inside.
On the court for Bowling Green will be Javon Ruffin, Josiah Shackelford, Justin Thomas, Javante Campbell, and Myar Wool. So Campbell, Shackelford, both out there for Bowling Green. A smaller lineup for the Falcons. No real big man, no true center. A lot of shooting on the floor for the Falcons. Javante Campbell gets the inbound. He's just going to stand there. Let this time draw down. Has not moved. There we go. There's a dribble. Clock down to 15. Really nobody has moved so far, as Bowling Green just wants to drain down this clock. Under 10 seconds. Ruffin gives it back to Campbell. 6-5. Shot launched up by Shackelford. Deep triple. He got it to go. Texas State, will they get a shot off? They will. A deep court heave does not fall. Shackelford's triple before clock expires in the first half gives Bowling Green a double-digit advantage, 40-29, heading into halftime.
Well, he just made me eat my words. I mean, I guess I shouldn't have doubted him. What a shot by Shackelford. I mean, that was from, like, Curry range, pretty much. I mean, a really deep three, but absolutely perfect. Really good confidence there by the young player.
40-29 in the halftime score. Bowling Green leads by 11, heading to the locker room. And we will take a break and send it back to you guys in the studio for the halftime report.
And welcome to the Falcon Media Sports Network halftime show. I'm Nate Henners here in the Falcon Radio studio, joined once again by
Ben Gorak,
Andrew Hukowski,
Sam Bork.
And a good first half for the Falcons for their first game of the season. The men's basketball team up 40-29 here at the half. Guys, what are you guys thinking going with this first half?
Yeah, pretty good all around from the Falcons. They're forcing Texas State to go to some smaller guys, some different guys, and try to switch up looks. Only 2 guys for Texas State have over 2 buckets made, so that's a positive sign for the Falcons. And also a pretty solid performance so far by Meyer Wall. His 12 points, 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3. He's been able to drive. He's been able to shoot the 3 ball, and he's been very impressive so far. That's a good piece for the Falcons going forward to get him involved.
Like we were saying on the pregame, we were looking to get the Falcon stars up and going early, and I think case in point here is Javante Campbell. He already has 3 steals on this first half. He has 3 rebounds, and he's shot 1 3-pointer so far, so he's off to a great start today.
But quiet half from Sam Towns. Picked up 2 fouls 2 minutes into the half, so only 2 minutes played, did not touch the court after that. A little bit of trouble there with him, but everyone else has been able to pick it up well. Troy Glover, the second, 8 points from him. Really good half from him. Just overall, great half from the Falcons.
All right, we'll continue our Falcon Media Sports Network roundtable here at the half. The Falcons up 40-29 over Texas State. You are listening to the Falcon Media Sports Network halftime show here on Falcon Radio. Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network halftime show. The Falcons up 40-29 here at the halftime for their first regular season matchup for the men's basketball team. By the way, women's basketball going on right now over on WBGU 88.1 FM. They are also at halftime over there. The Falcons are up 39-37 over the Louisiana Lafayette Ragin' Cajuns.
A mouthful there.
Struggling with that one.
There we go.
It is.
That's
it is
okay.
a struggle. But getting back to the men's team right now, so getting back to our roundtable, actually, talking more about what you guys saw from the Falcons in the first half and what you expect to see in the second.
Yeah, biggest thing I like to see was 3-point efficiency. It's definitely helped with that three at the end of the half by Josiah Shackelford just before it ended. A very nice call by Tyler Kavlitz and Artie Abrego, who we'll hear from back in a second. That's been the biggest thing I like to see is that 3-point percentage, 54% so far. Don't mean to jinx it, but last season they only had a 34% 3-point percentage, which is fine, not great, but 54 is above where you should be. You settle into about a 40% range. That'd be pretty good for this team that relies pretty heavily on their guards. At least they did in the first half. And also seeing those big men get more minutes in the second half, especially Sam Towns, who doesn't have to worry about fouls as of right now.
Yeah, you were talking about 3-point efficiency, but I really think just overall offensive efficiency has been a big highlight for the Falcons. 14 for 25 from the field, and then they're 6 for 7 on free throws. And just, when they're getting the ball, they're scoring it.
Yeah, and a great defensive half for the Falcons as well. Had some troubles with turnovers, 9 of them on the half, but Texas State only has 5 points off turnovers, so BG really able to bounce back after turning the ball over, stopping the Texas State there. Also 7 steals, 3 of them from Javonte Campbell, so really good forcing turnovers there, forcing bad shots, and BG's had the lead for 15 minutes of this half, so really good dominance there from them.
Yeah, and kind of talking about the score right now, the exhibition game, one of their exhibition games that I ran, was a very similar situation at the half. Falcons were up over Dayton, and then Dayton came back in the second half. So what do the Falcons need to do to really stay ahead of Texas State?
Yeah, I think more than likely Dayton was just a very good team, and that's why they came back. So understandably, Bowling Green maybe didn't expect to be up at the half, but they were. I think it's much better. It's better odds that they're going to stay up in this half, especially with Sam Towns only with 2 fouls. He's going to be able to play more freely to start this half. You're still going to have Troy Glover, who's had no foul trouble at all. He doesn't have a single one. The team's only got 4 personal fouls in that first half, so they're not going to be struggling in the foul department or the free throw department, and that's going to be good to being able to hold on to the ball, run the shot clock down as much as you can, and get as many high-quality buckets as you can while wasting time.
For me, it's the Falcons got to keep doing what they've been doing well, keep executing on those 3-point attempts, keep executing on free throws, and I think really limiting turnovers in the second half, like you were saying, they've got 9 turnovers on this first half, but their defense has been playing well against turnovers, only allowing 5 points off turnovers, but for them, I think they need to force more turnovers and give over less.
Yeah, and for me, I think they just need to keep taking advantage of the size advantage they have over them. Keep forcing shots inside. Texas State really struggling with that. Only 2 blocks on the half for them. So keep forcing that, and just don't let them get back into this game. BG had some tough times giving up runs against Michigan State and Dayton, obviously, in those exhibition games, but much better teams they were playing there. So obviously obviously they had the home court advantage too there. So just coming back into this half, just keep playing strong basketball, keep doing what they're doing, and this could be an easy W for the Falcons.
All right, coming up, we will have our Falcon Media Sports Network Player of the Game watch discussion. Also coming up, too, we'll take a look at what's going on around the MAC. A lot is going on around the MAC, so we'll tell you about what's going on in men's basketball. Keep it here. You're listening to the Falcon Media Sports Network halftime show on Falcon Radio. And welcome back to Falcon Media Sports Network halftime coverage. So the Falcons up here at the half, 40-29. And who are some of your guys' possible candidates for Player of the Game?
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear. It's Mayor Wall right now. He hasn't missed from the field yet, 12 points, 2 rebounds and assists, a steal. He's played a team-high 18 minutes as well. Really nice for the Falcons to be able to get him active in the game, the transfer from Eastern Kentucky and then played at Charleston a couple of years ago. But it's really nice to see not one of the names that we mentioned in pregame and not one of the bigger names coming into this season have a good game today in the first one for the team.
Yeah, I think Mayor Wall's having a great game, but I also think Javonte Campbell has been playing exceptionally well. He's 3 for 6 from the field. He's got a 3-pointer. He's also got 3 rebounds, all of them defensive, 4 assists, and he's got 3 steals already in this half. He's got 9 total points. I think he's been playing exceptionally well and needs to continue to do so this game.
Yeah, I really like the way Javonte Campbell's been playing. Knocked down a three-pointer as well. Leading the team in assists and rebounds. He's only 3 points shy from the leading scorer. So really good half from him there all around from Javonte Campbell. That's my Player of the Game watch as well.
All right, coming up, we'll take a look at what's going on around the MAC in men's basketball. Keep it here. You're listening to Falcon Radio. Welcome back to Falcon Media Sports Network's halftime coverage. So taking a look at what's going on around the MAC here. Starting off with, we had 2 games kick off at 6:30, so get into those right now. Georgia State up on, or Eastern State up on Georgia State. Eastern Michigan up on Georgia State, 52-38 in the second half, 9:40 left in that. Moving on over to Southern Mississippi, they're up on Buffalo, 58-52 at the half. Louisiana up on Ball State, 29-28, a very close matchup there. Moving on, we have Coastal Carolina, another close one. Coastal Carolina up on Western Michigan, 34-32 at the half. Going on to James Madison, they're up on Akron, 39-30. That game also at the half. We have Troy up on Kent, 42-34. Old Dominion up on Miami, 45-37. Most of these games now are at the halftime too, because most tonight had a 7 o'clock tip-off. So getting back to it now, Marshall up on UMass, 38-37. Another very close one there. And then now in the second half, we have South Alabama up on Toledo, 41-26. That game has 19-19 left in it at the second half. Then getting to it now, Ohio University and Arkansas State. OU is up on Arkansas State, 37-32 with 22 seconds left in the first half. And finally, Central Michigan up on Appalachian State, 38-26 in the first half, at the end of the first half. And also another game just kicking off a few minutes ago, actually just 3 minutes ago. We have ULM up on Northern Illinois. That one is 2-0 right now with 19:31 left in the first half. So that one just getting started a few minutes ago. All right, as we get ready for the Falcons and Texas State to kick back off, what are your guys' final thoughts heading into the second half?
Yeah, like we mentioned a little bit, just keep the three-point percentage up, and also just want to see a little bit more from the big man. Obviously, Sam Towns took 2 fouls, didn't really play the rest of that first half. The Falcons didn't really need him, but it's nice to. It would be nice to get his feet under him earlier in the season and see some points out of him. Maybe some three-pointers as well, and contributing to that overall three-point percentage.
Yeah, and like you're talking about Mayor Wool earlier having a great game, I think as long as he continues his strong performance, this will be a great game by the Falcons.
Yeah, and look for Javonte Campbell to keep it going on the defensive end. Already 3 steals, so looking to add more onto there and forcing more turnovers on these Texas State Bobcats.
All right, time now to head back on out to the Stro with Tyler and Artie. Hey, guys, how's it going out there?
Great halftime show, guys, and we are back underway for the second half of action between Bowling Green and Texas State. Bowling Green starting with the ball after they lost the opening tip. Now going from right to left across your radio dials. Texas State left to right. Javonte Campbell starts off driving left side, but he runs into heavy contact. Will be fouled by Caden Gums, his second personal. And he will inbound. Sam Towns back on the court for Bowling Green. He played just over a minute 48 in that first half before picking up 2 fouls and exiting for the remainder of the half. Towns with it now, right wing, gives it off to Campbell on the right wing. Campbell driving towards baseline, taking heavy contact, moves in, left-handed layup, does not go. Kind of a finger roll from about 8 feet out, falls short. And it's Texas State ball. Bowling Green leading by 11, 40-29. Falcons really heated up. 7-0 run to end the half. That shot does not go. A mid-range jumper taken by Robert Fields. Bowling Green taking it the other way. Shackelford loses the ball, but he is going to be fouled on the play. And apologies, that was not Shackelford, that was Justin Thomas who lost the ball. See who they assign it to. I've not heard a name yet. Bowling Green closed that half, 7-0 run, 13-2. If you stretch back over the past 5.5 minutes of the half. Robert Fields picks up his third personal, two quick fouls by Fields. A long 2 taken by Shackelford does not fall. They will call it a three-pointer. Looked like he was on the line. Was a three-point attempt. Did not go. Rebounded by Texas State. A quick foul on Bowling Green that they will assign to Troy Glover the second. Only his first of the game, not in any foul trouble.
The Glover's done a good job of playing physical, but also staying out of the personal foul category so far. Well, interesting how we track that in the second half.
Tim Purnell hands it off to Kendall Davis. Ball now finds the hand of Gums. Gums with it on the right in the right corner. Makes Glover miss as he faked a 3, drives inside, tries to pass it off to Kendall Davis. He's going to pick it up after contact at the other three-point line. Has to launch a deep heave from the half-court logo. Way short into the left. Does not go. Terrific defense by Bowling Green, forcing that miscommunication offensively for the Bobcats. And the deep miss on the heave. And they will get the ball back. 1.5 minutes gone in the second half.
And Shackelford really dived after the ball after it crossed the half-court line. So, I mean, credit to him. That was really physical defense. I mean, that getting across the ball across the half-court line, even though he didn't get it, that forced a really bad shot and a turnover for Texas State.
Campbell hands it off to Glover. Glover going to travel. They're going to say he took an extra step. Simon not happy on the sidelines with Glover.
Glover's not happy with himself either. He immediately knew it was a travel. He looked very frustrated about it.
Easy to see with his bright pink shoes as well. Official's not going to miss that one. Kick out to Davis. Ball finds the hands of Bolden. A miss inside. Campbell takes it the other way for Bowling Green. Gives it off to Sam Towns. Flying in. His layup does not go. He is fouled. He'll go to the charity stripe for a pair. It was Bolden who missed the layup on the other end. Campbell picked up his 4th rebound. It's been an all-around game for Javonte Campbell already. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. And if you remember last season, he had the first triple-double for the Falcons since the 2006-07 season.
I mean, he's just a great all-around player for this team. I mean, whatever you need him to do, he'll do.
Towns misses the first free throw, just 66.7% from the line last season, albeit only on 6 attempts in 6 games. He misses both at the line, starts off 0 for 2 this year, but an offensive rebound by Shackelford gives the Falcons the ball back. Campbell now with the ball, operating the offense. Trey Thomas operated this Bowling Green offense a lot last year. Campbell really took over once he went down with the season-ending injury, and it's going to be the Javante Campbell show on offense this year when he's on the floor. Misses a layup, moving to the right side, does not go as there was an offensive rebound fight by Troy Glover II. He's still down on the ground, holding the back of his head.
He does get to his feet, though. He's sort of shaking it off.
Kind of rolled around for a second, holding the back of his head. Still in a little bit of pain, going to knock that off. Looks like he got hit going down at some point.
It may have just been a rough fall. Because he's walking around now. He's still grabbing the back of his head a little, but he just gave a thumbs-up gesture to one of his teammates, so I think he's okay.
Both teams have hit a drought here. Bowling Green scoreless the last 2:25. Texas State nearly 4 minutes, dating back to the end of the first half. 17.5 to play in the second half of this contest. Bowling Green leads Texas State 40-29. Season opener for both teams. Pass to Purnell, overshoots him. Campbell picks up the ball, goes the other way. His fourth steal of the game, and he's up to 11 points. 42-29 Bowling Green lead.
I mean, that's just the Javante Campbell's speed and just explosiveness when he gets on that fast break. He's just amazing.
11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. Javante Campbell has been everywhere so far for the Orange and Brown.
So they're doing a little bit of wipe up here. I think it was near the spot where Troy Glover fell.
Yeah, definitely was. Biggest lead of the game for Bowling Green, 13 points, 42-29, approaching 17 minutes to play. Drone with the ball, kicks it over to Purnell. Now it's DJ Hall, gives it back out to Drone. Drone driving inside, right-handed layup rejected by Glover. Shackelford comes up with the ball, takes it the other way for Bowling Green. DeTowns outside. Sam thought about a triple, couple jab steps.
He's got that in his arsenal now, so
he
he can hit
indeed.
those shots.
Has worked on it over the past few years. Big time this offseason. Campbell with the ball now, resetting the offense for Bowling Green. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Campbell moves to his left, double team, gives it off to Shackelford, top of the key, 5 in the shot clock, driving inside to his right. Floater off backboard, got it to go. 44-29 Bowling Green.
Really good job by Shackelford. Just takes a lot of patience, gets a good off-contact shot.
Campbell nearly got another steal there, but the ball finds Purnell, right wing, does not fall. Shackelford rebound, tries to pass it up to Justin Thomas. He does. Thomas to Sam Towns down low. Terrific ball movement by the Orange and Brown. Towns finishes it at the rim. 46-29. Bowling Green leads by 17.
Todd Simon told the crowd to get loud just now. He just gestured to them to get loud, but I don't know what Texas State was doing there. I don't know how you can forget about Sam Towns on a possession like that. He's a 6'10" forward who just waltzed right by them for an easy score.
And Todd Simon's unit, I should say, forces Terrence Johnson to take a timeout. It will just be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stick here with you, as we will have a media timeout at the next stoppage once we get back under play. What struck you the most about this second half action, Artie? Bowling Green dating back to the end of the first half, a 13-0 run over the past 5:25, a 21-5 run over the past 9 minutes, 52 seconds. Texas State scoreless for over 5 minutes.
Just how inconsistent Texas State looks. I mean, I know it's a new team, but so are the Falcons essentially. An entirely new squad, but if you look down at the stat sheet, it's just 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. That's from the entire starting lineup that's played so far. The only one with really production right now is Emu. Everyone else, very low levels of production, so they haven't really gotten anything going. I mean, even though it's been kind of close for at least most of the game, they haven't really had one guy be able to take over control of the game. And Falcons have had Javante Campbell really take over this one. They've had Wool really get some solid numbers with 12 points. They've had Troy Glover really dominate the game inside the paint. It just feels like Bowling Green is playing with a lot more edge and physicality and playing through each other more than Texas State is.
Todd Simon mentioned numerous times when we talked to him leading up to this season, we would ask him, what does the strength of this team need to be this season? What do you see the strength of this team being? Every time the answer was the defense. He has mentioned that if this team is going to have success this year, it is going to run through the defense. They will be a defense-first team that will play fast in transition, and of course we've seen improved shooting, but we have seen this defense really show up after a little bit of not a rocky start, but Texas State was shooting 50% from the field, 3 for 8 from deep about midway through that first half. They have started to been shut down by this Bowling Green defense. Javante Campbell, 4 steals. Troy Glover, the second 2 blocks. We're really starting to see that duo that we thought could be a major factor for Bowling Green this year with a multi-level defense really show up. And you can kind of see why Javante Campbell believes there's up to 5 players on this team that he thinks can contend for the MAC Defensive Player of the Year award by the end of the season.
I mean, you see it right now. I mean, Javante Campbell, I mean, what more can we say about him? Sam Towns is great at defending inside the paint, and so is Troy Glover. He's got 2 blocks right now. Justin Thomas is a really good defender. He's been really pesky so far against his guys. I feel like Shackelford could develop into a nice defender. I mean, he's a sophomore, so he's still got time.
Gums tries to get a pass down low. It goes off of a Falcon, I believe. Not exactly sure they didn't signal, but like I mentioned, that'll take us to a quick media timeout. The under 16 media timeout, first of 4 in this second half. 46-29, Bowling Green leads by 17. They're on a 13-0 run. Texas State has been scoreless for nearly 6 minutes. You're listening to BGSU men's basketball right here on Falcon Radio.
Check out bgfalconmedia.com for previews, recaps, photos, videos, and more of the Falcons.
A year ago, Bowling Green, who finished the season 14-18 overall, 8-10 in the MAC, 8th in the conference, just snuck into the MAC tournament. They shot 34.2% from deep, 43.9% from the field. So far today, in their first game of the season against Texas State, the Falcons 50% from deep, 6 for 12, 54.8% from the field. It's been a very efficient shooting night for the Orange and Brown. Tyler Kamlitz alongside Artie Abrego from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Great to have you all along with us here tonight for the opening night of college basketball for the 2025-26 season. Texas State ball off the inbound under the rim. Drone gives it off to Gums. Caden Gums, an all Sunbelt Conference third-team selection last season. Or apologies, preseason selection. Passes it out to the left side. Jalen Lee takes a deep three-pointer. That goes over the rim for an air ball, a shot clock violation. It'll be Bowling Green ball, 15.5 to play in the second half. 46-29, a game-high 17-point lead. Texas State already has not led. They had 6 ties. They have not led in this game.
I mean, this is just ugly basketball, what we're seeing from Texas State.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way I can describe it.
Pretty bluntly, it has not been pretty for the Bobcats.
They look like 5 individuals out there on the court, not a whole team.
Which is something Bowling Green struggled with at times last year. Josiah Shackelford fights his way inside, takes contact, and gets the layup to fall. No foul call, but Bowling Green up by 19.
I love the confidence I'm seeing for Shackelford right now. Plays through contact. He doesn't let his early shooting slump get him down. He goes for more. He gets that 3 at the end of the half, and now he's playing very physical inside the paint.
A layup missed by Tay Knox was wide open down low. Couldn't finish. Myra Wool now drives inside for Bowling Green. Floater does not fall. Foul on the play. A really nice look for Knox. Just couldn't put it away. Knox, 6'9", senior from Troy, Alabama. Instead, it's going to be Myra Wool at the line for Bowling Green, 4-2. The foul is on Tay Knox, so a couple bad possessions there by the senior. His third personal foul of the game. Wool, his first from the line, too strong.
That would be actually his third from the line. You just meant this one in general.
That's his first miss.
By me.
His first miss of any form today.
I mean, this is about the third time. Exhibition games, obviously, but Javon Ruffin got off to a perfect start as well. So did Sam Towns against Michigan State. And now Wool got off to a perfect start here today against Texas State.
Puts the second one in. 3 for 4 from the line today. Game high 13 points for Myra Wool. Drive inside by Gums. Can't finish the layup. Nice defense by Bowling Green. Falcons take it the other way. Myra Wool driving baseline under the rim. Gets it knocked away. Kicks it out to Shackelford. Shackelford's three. Too strong. Myra Wool fights for the offensive board. And Javante Campbell to keep it in bounds. Both of them chasing it towards the Bowling Green bench. Campbell driving inside. Left-handed layup does not go. Towns tried to put it away after it got knocked up. Instead, Justin Thomas gets it. His dunk attempt no good. Javante Campbell picks it back up. Drives inside. Left-handed layup good. Relentless offense by this Bowling Green squad.
I mean, offense, but also rebounding. I mean, they were really fighting after those boards on that possession. Got a ton of offensive rebounds there.
51-29 the lead for Bowling Green, and that shot ends a 7.5-minute scoreless drought for the Bobcats. Jalen Lee puts a layup in off the assist by DJ Hall. Cuts the deficit to 20, 51-31, 13.5 to play. Justin Thomas driving inside, kicks it out. Wide open triple by Shackelford in front of the Bowling Green bench. Can't fall. Shackelford is cooled down just a bit from the field. 4 for 11 from the field, 2 for 8 from deep. He has 10. Jalen Lee with the ball. The Texas A&M transfer gives it off to Caden Gums. Gums kicks it over. Back to Gums. 4 on the shot clock. Driving inside, guarded by Campbell. Not giving him any breathing room. Campbell blocks it. By the time Gums picks it up to put another shot up, shot clock violation. Tremendous defense by Javante Campbell. 4 steals and a block on the day.
I mean, that's got to be the 4th shot clock violation we've seen from Texas State here so far. I mean, just
they don't know what to do against this Bowling Green defense right now.
It's just a mess. I mean, Bowling Green has just been playing so physical and just right up in the face of the Bobcats that they don't really know what to do.
Justin Thomas with the ball. 3 double-digit scores for Bowling Green. Campbell and Wool lead with 13. Shackelford has 10. Troy Glover, the second, knocking right on the door with 8. He currently sits on the bench. Getting a big breather after he had to play a lot of that first half in place of Sam Towns, who played just over a minute, just under 2 minutes, I should say, picking up 2 early fouls. Texas State with the ball, a shot by Drone. 3-point attempt from the right wing does not fall after a missed jumper by Justin Thomas on the other end. And it's last touch by the Bobcats. Bowling Green will take it the other way. Here comes the aforementioned Troy Glover the second. He will check in for Myra Wool. Wool gets a breather.
There's a nice ovation from the crowd as well. Some of the fans.
So on the field, or on the court, I should say, still in football mode just a little bit. On the court for Bowling Green, Sam Towns, Javante Campbell, Justin Thomas, Troy Glover the second, Javon Ruffin. Campbell with the ball, gives it to Glover. Low block. Glover working on DJ Hall down low. Fighting inside, right-handed layup, goes. 4th player in double digits for Bowling Green. Troy Glover the second has 10. 4 for 5 shooting on the day. He also has 3 rebounds, an assist, a steal, 2 blocks. Frank Emu had a 3-point attempt if he wanted it. Did not take it. Took a few steps in. Hits the mid-range jumper. 53-33. Just under 12 to play. Next stoppage will bring us to a media timeout. But it's Glover down low who slams it home with one hand. 12 points for Glover. and a 22-point advantage for Bowling Green.
I don't know how you leave Troy Glover with that much space underneath the basket.
DJ Hall down low, fighting for a shot, gets it up. He takes contact. We're going to have a foul. Believe that will be against Glover. We'll see who they officially assign it to, as we will hit a media timeout. 11:31 to play in this second half. It will be Javante Campbell at the foul, his first personal, and we will take a media timeout. 55-33, 22-point lead for Bowling Green, their largest of the game. You're listening to BGSU men's basketball right here on Falcon Radio.
Check out live updates on X at BG_FMSN.
55-33, Bowling Green's lead with 11:31 left to play in the second half of action. Falcons opening their season against Texas State. Tyler Cavlitz alongside Artie Abrego from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Bowling Green, their first matchup all time against Texas State. They have not lost a home game in the MAC Sun Belt Challenge. 2-0 through the first two seasons. Texas State also with a pretty good track record in this competition. 5-4 against the MAC. 3-1 all time in the MAC Sun Belt Challenge. Actually going to be the last season that Texas State will be a part of the Sun Belt. After 13 years, they will head to the kind of reformed Pac-12 conference, and they will be a part of the revisioning of that conference after it was broken apart and nearly killed over the past couple of years due to conference realignment.
Oh, isn't it great to get the Pac-12 back?
It's going to be interesting to see how they put it all back together. Going to be a very different look. And the Sun Belt going to have to make a few changes on their end to keep that conference strong. 1 for 2 at the line by Robert Fields, but Texas State gets an offensive rebound to keep their possession alive. Pass down low to Fields, rejected by Glover, but a foul called. Glover not happy, could hear the scream
really
from up here. Thought he had his third block of the game. Instead, it is a foul on Glover, his second.
I think he just barely got a hand on that wrist when he went up for the block. I mean, it was really close.
Robert Fields back at the line. Shooting into the student section. That one hits the rim twice, does not fall. Something you got to love about Glover is he is passionate and animated on the floor. He wears his emotions on the sleeve.
I mean, he's not like the guy who's standing across from right now, Sam Towns, in that way.
Definitely. And then you got Javon Ruffin, also kind of a guy that wears emotions on his sleeve. The other two guards on the floor, Javante Campbell, Mikhail Leach, kind of silent killers out there. They're not going to give you too much emotionally on the surface, but they are determined to get what they want. Campbell, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. Had a block that they have not counted. We'll see if that ever gets added to his tally. Campbell going to launch a triple from the left wing. Does not go. Offensive rebound by Glover. Spins down to the block. His shot no good. Sam Towns picks up an offensive rebound. Makes a defender miss and puts in the shot. Nice fight by Sam Towns to get another 2 points on the board for Bowling Green. 57-35 the score. 10:40 to play. Three-pointer launched by Cameron Simpson. First shot we've seen by him. The 6'7" redshirt freshman guard from Orlando, Florida, did not fall. Rebounded by Sam Towns. Javon Ruffin going to pull a triple. He gets it to go. First three-pointer by Javon Ruffin as a Falcon. First points with Bowling Green.
I mean, this is what's so great about this new Falcon squad. They have so many shooters, so many guys who can hit from beyond the arc. Ruffin, Shackelford, just to name a few.
Nice job by Mark Drone driving in. Right-handed layup finishes it 60-37. Halfway through the second half. Jason Kimbrough Jr. getting ready to check in for his first time officially with Bowling Green at the next dead ball. Javante Campbell going to take his time. Down to town, the shot clock, driving to his left. Gives it off to Ruffin. He'll pull from deep again. Javon Ruffin, back-to-back jacks for Bowling Green.
We saw that against Dayton very well. He was 4 for 5 from 3 in that game, 2 for 2 here today.
Really heating up is Javon Ruffin. Campbell comes up with the ball after it's knocked away by Mekhi Leach. Campbell driving inside, kicks it out to Ruffin. He'll pull again. Does not go. Heat check falls short for Javon Ruffin. They will give the steal to Mekhi Leach, his first as a Falcon. That's 9 steals on the day for Bowling Green. Their season high last year was 13 against Taylor on November 11th. The ball is knocked out of bounds. It's a turnover by Mark Drone, so it'll be Bowling Green possession once again. On the floor for the Falcons will be Mekhi Leach. Jason Kimbrough Jr., the first time we'll see him on the floor in orange and brown. Javon Ruffin, Myar Wool, and Sam Towns. And it's an inbound to Kimbrough. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Texas State ball.
Yeah,
Sam Towns not happy with that one.
The pass kind of dropped a little bit by Kimbrough. Kimbrough was looking behind him, so I think he was thinking about more about what he's going to do once he got the ball than actually receiving the ball. And just lost a little focus and lost that pass.
Mekhi Leach checks out. Justin Thomas back into the game. On the floor for Texas State, it's Drone, Emu, Knox, Simpson, and Dimp Purnell. Drone with it. His floater does not go. Rebounded by Knox. His shot does not go. And it's taken away by Justin Thomas. Thomas to Towns. He'll bring it up the floor for Bowling Green. Sam Towns inside, rejected. Going to go the other way. Pass the Drone in the corner. Driving baseline, kicks it out. Purnell, nice movement on the outside by Texas State. 3-point shot falls short. It'll be Bowling Green ball. Sam Towns takes it the other way after the 3-pointer miss by Frank Emu. Emu leads the team with 10 points, only player in double digits. Just his first miss from deep today. He's 4 for 6 in the field, 2 for 3 from deep. Texas State scoreless for the last minute 45. Knox picks up his 4th personal foul as the ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Bowling Green after the foul. Jason Kimbrough Jr. will inbound in front of Todd Simon in the Bowling Green bench. Kimbrough gives it to Thomas. JT moving to his left, top of the key. Thomas gives it off to Kimbrough, the speedster. He feeds to Sam Towns. Towns at the Wood County Hospital logo on the floor, into the paint. Right-handed floater does not fall. Rebounded by Texas State. Bobcats will take it the other way. 63-37, Bowling Green leads. 8 minutes to play in the second half. Next stoppage will bring us to a media timeout. Jumper at the free throw line by Frank Emu. Short, off front iron. Myar Wool, corner on the other end. Gets it to fall. Myar Wool, his 3rd triple on the day. He's perfect from the field. And he has 16 points now. A game high 16 for Myar Wool.
He just looks incredible out there. I mean, he's such an effective scorer for that second unit. I mean, there's a reason why he was a 6th man of the year.
Yeah.
This is what you were missing last season because of all the injuries. You were missing a guy who could just take over that second unit and score points for you.
Dimp Purnell drove inside, got a layup to go. Simpson knocked it away from Thomas there, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Bowling Green ball when we come back. The Falcons lead 66-39 over Texas State. 7:23 to play in the second half. You're listening to BGSU men's basketball right here on Falcon Radio.
Imagine home. The smell of coffee, the sound of a lawnmower, the sun's warmth on your face. Free to be yourself, surrounded by love that helps you grow. This is a place to call home. That's an American dream we all deserve. But in 50% of U.S. states, you could legally be denied housing if you are LGBTQ+. Get the facts and hear real stories at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious. which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Now back to more Falcon men's basketball coverage from the Falcon Media Sports Network.
7:23 left to play in this second half here at the Stroh Center. Bowling Green leads Texas State 66-39. Bowling Green 52.1% from the field, 47.4% from deep. They have held the Bobcats to 40.5% shooting, just 3 for 13 from downtown. 9 steals in the day for Bowling Green. Turnovers were a bit of a problem in the first half. They've cleaned that up, just 11 in all today compared to 15 by Texas State. Artie, what have been your biggest things that stood out to you over the past few minutes here in the second half?
Bowling Green has not let up with the physical defense despite having such a huge lead. They've stayed playing the same exact way they have all game. Physical, right up in your face, forcing steals, forcing bad passes, turnovers. So they haven't taken their foot off the gas for a second, which you saw a lot of times last season. There were, I think because of the injuries, there was a little bit of fatigue. There were times where they had bigger leads and they sort of just dip down and let them teams come back.
Mayer Wool going to take a triple. He cannot miss. Mayer Wool's 4th triple. He's up to 19 points.
It's an insane shooting night for Wall. Oh, my goodness.
Atlantic Sun Conference 6th man of the year, making an immediate impact with Bowling Green. 19 points, 6 for 6 in the field, 4 for 4 from deep. He's added 3 more points at the charity stripe. He has been amazing for Bowling Green here today, and they lead by a game-high 30 points, 69-39. Jalen Lee with the ball, gives it to Frank Emu. Emu, Texas State's leading scorer with 10 points. Hands it off to Jalen Bolden. Down low, back out to Bolden. Bolden's triple, too strong. Rebounded by Jason Kimbrough Jr. The speedster hands it off to Javon Ruffin. Ruffin back to Kimbrough. Kimbrough likes to pull deep three-pointers. Did it a ton during his few years at JUCO. Compares himself to the Flash out there. Thinks speed and quickness is his greatest skill on the floor.
Do we know which Flash?
We do not. The answer maybe we can discover throughout the year. I was not aware there were more Flashes than one until you told me a week ago.
I mean, there are only 4. There's Jay, Barry, Wally, and Bart, if you count that. But, yeah.
Jumper made on the other end by Frank Emu. 69-41 the new score, 5:55 to play. Justin Thomas with the ball for Bowling Green at the midcourt logo. He's going to get fouled. That'll go against Emu. And for Emu, that will be his second personal.
Still
great second half performance by Bowling Green, Artie.
Absolutely.
29-12, they've outscored the Bobcats.
I mean, they've just put their foot on the gas pedal and have not let go since. I mean, it's a really slow start in that first half, but ever since then it's been all BG.
Mayer Wool hands off to Ruffin. Javon Ruffin, triple with contact, does not go. Good news, he'll go to the line for 3.
Kind of falls face first onto the court.
Only one player not active today for Bowling Green. That would be Preston Squire. Squire has not been dressed for either of the 2 exhibition games or this first game of the season. Everyone else dressed for Bowling Green, a good sign. They dealt with a lot of injuries already by this point in the year last season. And we mentioned as Ruffin hits his first in the line. Texas State was just as injured, if not more injured, last season. They had 11 players miss at least one game last year, second most in the country behind San Diego, who had 13. And since the start of the 2022-23 season, already, the Bobcats have played 102 games. How many of them do you think they had a fully healthy roster with out of 102 games?
Gonna guess 3.
1.
Oh, wow. That was
One
off.
game. They
That
have
took the over.
been just beat up by the injury bug over the past few seasons.
I mean, a big credit to head coach Terrence Johnson for the Bobcats.
Yes,
I mean,
definitely.
through all that, he got them to a 16-16 record last season.
2-time Sun Belt regular season champ, 2-time Sun Belt coach of the year. 564 winning percentage, 5th best in program history. His 88 victories are the 6th most by a D1 head coach in their 6th season. Frank Emu gives it off here for a deep triple attempt, does not fall. Knocked out of bounds. That was Purnell who took the deep triple. 72-41, Bowling Green leads by 31. Javon Ruffin made all 3 from the line. 5:20 to play in the second half. Kimbrough will bring it up the floor for Bowling Green. Jason Kimbrough Jr. working on Dimp Purnell. Kimbrough moving left to right, now top of the key. Now to his right, picks up his dribble, looking for someone to pass it to. Finds Javante Campbell. Campbell gives it off to Towns. Towns driving inside, kicks out the corner to Ruffin, back to Kimbrough. Kimbrough back to Campbell, 5 on the shot clock. Campbell driving inside, rejected. Texas State going to take it the other way. Heavy contact on that rejection. Bolden going up for the layup. He makes it and one. Opportunity after the contact and the foul by Javon Ruffin.
And, I mean, Kimbrough on that last play, I really feel like he could have shot that. I mean, he had some space. He had
Passed
an
up a
opportunity.
couple of attempts.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's more of a confidence issue than just a skill issue. And I think Simon told them that too.
Jalen Bolden at the line. Hits it, converts the three-point play. 72-44 the new score, 4:45 to play. Bowling Green looking for a home opening win for the 6th time in the past 7 seasons. They lost both their exhibition games, 75-66 to Michigan State, 90-55 to Dayton preseason.
I mean, even with those losses, I mean, those are against tougher teams, a very tough teams, a Big Ten opponent, Dayton, who just really took over in that second half. I mean, that's what you really want to have those exhibition games do, just really test your team's limits, what they can do on the court against really tough competition.
Camden Carroll checked into the game. First official action for him at the college level. Hands it off to Javante Campbell. How about an assist for Carroll? 2 more points for Campbell. Campbell's up to 15.
Up by 30 again for BG.
Tremendous performance by Bowling Green in this opening game of the season. Campbell, good defense here. This pass going to be thrown away. Javon Ruffin will take it the other way. One man to beat. He does at the rim. 32-point lead for Bowling Green. 76-44. Ruffin into double figures, 11 points. That is 5 Falcons in double figures. Myra Wool with 19. Javante Campbell at 15. Troy Glover the second with 12. Javon Ruffin with 11. And Josiah Shackelford with 10. Shot by Bolden does not go. Mid-range jumper. Campbell gets the rebound and shows off his balance, tiptoeing the baseline to keep it in play. Campbell going the other way. Knocked away. Can Carroll save it? Goes out of bounds. Last touched by Camden Carroll. It'll be Texas State ball when we come back, but right after this, the final media timeout of this game. 3:25 left to play here at the Stroh Center. Bowling Green leading Texas State by 32, 76-44. You're listening to BGSU men's basketball right here on Falcon Radio.
Get hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
It's 4 a.m., Monday, and you're literally sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. Man, that's love. And if you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. To make sure your child's in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are tuned into Falcon Media Sports Network basketball coverage on Falcon Radio.
76-44, Bowling Green's lead over Texas State. Showing on the video board now, women's basketball leading the Ragin' Cajuns, 74-55. That in the fourth quarter. We will have more updates on that game, I am sure, in the post-game show once this one concludes. With Nate, Andrew, Ben, and Sam back in the Falcon Radio studio.
Can I just say that we were talking about this a bit off the air, but Ragin' Cajuns.
It's a great name.
It's a great name.
Tremendous name.
Yeah, it's like
perfect for Louisiana as well.
If I were to name like a collegiate sports team, I would want it to be something like that, honestly.
Kind of sounds like a minor league baseball team.
I was thinking like a sports drink or like a fast food chain or something.
That's fair. Jalen Lee going to save it here for Texas State until Javon Ruffin takes it away and slams it home on the other end. Two fast break finishes by Ruffin. Lee gets it on the other end, does not go. First attempt, tries again, gets it to fall off his own offensive rebound. 78-46. Bowling Green leads, 2:50 to play. Ruffin up to 13 points. Meyer-Wohl gives it to Ruffin. Ruffin to the corner. Micaiah Leach, can he hit the triple? Cannot. Short off front iron in front of the Bowling Green bench. Jalen Lee with the ball for Texas State. Leach hits the ground as there is a foul by Bowling Green. I believe it will go on Leach. It will be. So a blocking foul on Micaiah Leach, his first personal. Bowling Green leading by 32. They've led by 34. Texas State has not led. Purnell with the ball. Right wing for Texas State. Pass goes out of bounds. Bowling Green ball. 18th turnover of the game by the Bobcats.
I mean, it's just been a mess from the get-go. I mean, I don't know if you can take any positives away from this game if you're Texas State.
It'll be rough to find some. Bowling Green out rebounding the Bobcats by 10. Falcons have 11 steals, 2 blocks, 15 assists for Bowling Green. Good sign. Last season, they had just 11.2 assists per game, 329th out of 355 teams in the country. Javante Campbell working inside, gets the layup to go. Or apologies, that's Micaiah Leach who got the layup to go. Micaiah Leach, his second make of the game. Give him 5 points. And his collegiate debut for Bowling Green. Frankie Emu with the ball, swings it over to the left side. Deep triple launch, does not go for Purnell. Rebounded by Bolden. It's handed down low to Tayan Knox, and he gets the 2 points to go on the layup. 80-48, the new score. Under 90 seconds to play at the Stroh Center. Kimbrough up to Meyer-Wohl. Wohl driving inside, kicks it out to Ruffin. Ruffin's three-pointer no good. Texas State ball. Purnell wide open, triple from the corner. Can't fall. Meyer-Wohl skies for the rebounds. A little tightrope action, staying in balance, making sure he doesn't fall baseline. Took his time on that one. Under a minute to play. And Bowling Green going to take a timeout with 55.5 seconds remaining. We do have a travel call, it appears.
They said it was called before the timeout, almost.
Interesting. So we're going to go right back into the action here. It will be Bowling Green ball. Odd.
A lot of new guys just checked in for Bowling Green as well in the final seconds of this one.
Elijah Adem gets his first action as a Falcon on the court after missing all of last season with a tragic family event that happened right before the season began. Great to see him on the court. Christian Didi-Volnai, a walk-on for Bowling Green, also out there. Another walk-on. Muhammad Maximud gets the ball and makes the layup. His first points as a Falcon in his second season on the roster, and the bench goes crazy.
You gotta love moments like that, especially right in front of the bench.
Didi-Volnai gets a rebound, gives it up to Elijah Adem. Adem driving inside. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for two and a chance to get his first collegiate points. Bryce Martin had to go down the bench, push everyone back to the side so they didn't get a bench warning.
I think the bench was just furious. I think they thought they were just going to let him get that layup for his first career points, but no, came with a hard foul.
Mohamed Maximud, Christian Didi-Volnai, Camden Carroll, Jason Kimbrough Jr., Elijah Adem out there on the floor. Adem's free throw spins out.
He's got another one coming up, though.
Elijah Adem was one of the top 7 high school players in Nevada. Led the state with assists per game, 7.8. Makes the free throw there. His first collegiate points for Elijah Adem. 83-48 the score. Final seconds of this one. Down to 10 seconds on the clock. Layup no good. Didi-Volnai, his second rebound. Going to try to push it the other way. Picks up his dribble. Tries to give it to Maximud. Gets it back to Didi-Volnai. Jason Kimbrough Jr. going to hold it. Bowling Green starts off the season with an 83-48 commanding victory over Texas State. They move to 1-0. The Bobcats fall to 0-1. Bowling Green wins their season opener for the 6th time in the past 7 seasons.
I mean, a dominating win for Bowling Green. A commanding second half. Couldn't have gone better for them, especially in a home opener. What a performance by the Falcons. Physical defense, great offense, great shooting. A really good game for the Orange and Brown.
83-48, our final here from the Stroh Center. A great performance by Bowling Green to begin the season. And with that, we will send it off to the post-game show for Nate and the crew back in the studio to wrap this one up. 83-48, Bowling Green winners over Texas State to begin their 2025-26 campaign. You're listening to BGSU Men's Basketball right here on Falcon Radio. Stay tuned for the post-game show.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and
Snakes, zombies, sharks, heights, speaking in public. The list of fears is endless. But while you're clutching your blanket in the dark, wondering if that sound in the hall was actually a footstep, the real danger is in your hand, when you're behind the wheel. And while you might think a great white shark is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome to the Falcon Media Sports Network. Strong start to tonight's broadcast. Falcon Media Sports Network post-game show for the Falcons' first game of the season tonight, and the Falcons coming out with a win. And Ben Korak now with the recap.
Yeah, it was pretty tight early on up until about that 4-minute media timeout in the first half. The Falcons pretty tight end with Texas State, and then after that and going into halftime, they really pulled away, led 40-29 at halftime on far better shooting, played better all around than Texas State in the first half, and just continued that in the second half as well, added on to their lead, finished with a pretty solid three-point percentage of 45%, pretty solid from the field as well, 53%, great free throw shooting all around. There just wasn't a time in the game, especially in the second half, but all around that they weren't the clear better team, and they played like it. A lot of good things to see all around, and just a very nice win for Bowling Green to get that one off their chest.
Yeah, all right, and the final score tonight, 83-48 over the Texas State Bobcats. And we're not the only ones in the studio. We have Andrew Helkowski and Sam Bork still here, and we'll have them with our analyst roundtable coming up. You are listening to the Falcon Media Sports Network post-game show here on Falcon Radio.
I taught for 20 years, until I started forgetting my lectures.
Eventually, he had to quit. Getting his early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard, but it gave us time to take control of the situation together.
I can't imagine going through this without him.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network post-game show. The Falcons getting a win. The men's basketball team getting a win to begin their season. 83-48, the win over Texas State. Before we get to our analyst roundtable, should mention the BGSU women's basketball team also in action tonight. They're up 76-60 over the Louisiana Lafayette Ragin' Cajuns.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. And you can check that game out over on WBGU 88.1 FM. Lucas Kleinmeyer down in Louisiana. Lucas in Louisiana. There's a tongue twister for you. And yeah, he's down there covering the game, calling it right now over on WBGU 88.1 FM. So, if you want to tune over there, hear what Lucas has to say. We won't be as mad as, I don't know, you just tune away in general. But here on Falcon Radio, let's get to our analyst roundtable now. So what do you guys think of the men's basketball game tonight?
Yeah, I think a pretty solid game all around. You wish you would have saw a little bit more from the big men early, but Sam Towns taking 2 early fouls doesn't help. He had a pretty solid second half, 2 for 4 from the field. Did miss both of his free throws, but was pretty present on the boards, as well as didn't pick up another foul. Played well defensively in the paint. Troy Glover also had a pretty good game. He had 9 or 8 in the first half, I forget exactly, but he finished with 12. Didn't really control the ball too much in the second half. The guards played very well. I think Javonte Campbell just doing what he does. 15, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals. It's just absolutely stuffing the stat line every time. And while Mayor Wool had a very good game, I think Javonte Campbell might have had the best considering he affected the game all around.
Yeah, I think this was a very good complete team win by Bowling Green here. They shot 53% field goal percentage. They had 45% on their 3-point attempts, which is fantastic. And they had 37 total rebounds on tonight's game, and they held a lead for 35 total minutes. Really, the Falcons played exceptionally well and really dominated this game from the late first half all the way through the second half. Texas State never really even had a chance to come back. Just Bowling Green's lead was so large and so dominant, there was really no chance for the Bobcats to come back and bite them.
Yeah, we talked about keeping this momentum up entering the second half, and they absolutely did. They held Texas State scoreless for 7.5 minutes. So really, really good stuff there. If you're the Falcons, you just have to be so proud of this team coming in, playing some tough exposition games, but shaking those off and being able to really dominate this Texas State team. And if you're Texas State, you got to be really frustrated here. I mean, they were able to share the ball well. I mean, you had, only 3 players not score a point. So really good sharing the ball there, but only 12 points from their leading scorer. Just not great stuff there. And they didn't make a single 3-pointer in that second half. 0 for 9. So really great defense from the Falcons. They're able to really run away with this and get a huge win to open the season.
Yeah. All right. Coming up, we will have our Falcon Media Sports Network player of the game. You are listening to Falcon Media Sports Network post-game coverage on Falcon Radio.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Falcon Media Sports Network post-game coverage here tonight. And again now to our Falcon Media Sports Network player of the game. And who is your guys' choice for our player of the game tonight?
What do you think, boys? You guys take it away.
I think it's pretty clearly Javonte Campbell here. He played exceptionally well, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, only 1 turnover. He had 4 steals, really just, 15 total points. He had a fantastic performance tonight.
Yeah, clearly Javonte Campbell here, but really great, debut for Mayor Wall, making his presence known. 6 for 6 shooting, you got to mention that. But, Javonte Campbell really able, all around, great performance there with, just being everywhere on the court there. Obviously he was the star player coming in for the Falcons this season, and he is adding on to this great career he has. So really proud of him here, really proud of this whole team, just being able to absolutely dominate like they did. And,
Yeah, good to see your point guard only have 1 turnover, especially with how well he played on the defensive end. But also being the main returner into the lineup. Sam Town's also a returner, but only played 6 games last year before a season-ending injury. So good to see some consistency out of essentially the one guy on the floor that's played significant minutes for the Falcons under Todd Simon last year.
Yeah, all right, let's take a look now at what's going on around the MAC in men's basketball. Of course, tonight, the first night of basketball season for many teams. So let's get to it right now with a look at what's going on for men's basketball around the MAC. Starting off tonight with a game that has gone final. UMass has defeated Riviere 107-55. OU up on Arkansas State right now, 72-72. That game just tied with Arkansas State scoring, so now tied 72 between OU and Arkansas State. 6 minutes and 9 seconds left in the second half for that matchup down in Athens. Buffalo has gone final against Southern Miss. Buffalo won 85-79. Ball State and Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns. The men's team is in action tonight for their team, taking on Ball State. And right now Ball State is up on them 64-58 with 2:48 left in the second half. Going on now over to UMass, where Marshall is currently up on UMass 67-60, 6:13 left in the second half there. Now Troy is up on Kent State, just barely up, 76-73 with 34-21 left. I don't know if that's... anyways, that's what's left right now in the second half as of the last update. Yeah, 34-21 left there. Toledo, they have gone final just north of us here, and a slight loss for Toledo tonight, 76-74 with South Alabama defeating Toledo tonight. Northern Illinois defeating Louisiana Monroe 45-38. That matchup right now at the half. Akron up on James Madison 74-66. 3:09 left at the second half there. Miami just scoring over Old Dominion 87-70. That game's being played down in Oxford with 38 seconds left in the second half. Central Michigan up on Appalachian State, 82-64, 38 seconds left in the second half there. Western Michigan up on Coastal Carolina, 72-67, 35 seconds left in the second half. And taking a look at the BGSU women's basketball team, they're up 76-60 against the Louisiana Lafayette Ragin' Cajuns. 2:44 left in the fourth quarter there. So
actually, it just ended.
Just went final.
82-67. Bowling Green
there
takes the first win of the season.
So double win for the Falcon basketball teams tonight.
Good.
Again, 82-67, the final score for the Falcon women's basketball team defeating the Ragin' Cajuns. I just had to say that one more time.
Yep. And you got it right this time.
I did. All right, let's take one more quick break, and we'll be back with our final thoughts from tonight. Keep it here. You're listening to Falcon men's basketball coverage on Falcon Radio.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Falcon Media Sports Network post-game show, wrapping things up here for this Monday night, the first night of BGSU men's basketball's regular season, and the Falcons starting it off with a win. So your guys' final thoughts as we start to wrap things up for tonight.
Yeah, it's great for the team to be able to get this first win, get it off their back, and at least have one in the column moving forward. They go into having Bethany College game November 6th, this Thursday, and then Lemoyne at the Stroh Center. So they start the season with 3 straight home games. It's just nice to be able to get that first win, though, and hopefully 3 straight wins coming between the next 3 games. Definitely winnable games, all 3 of them.
Yeah, kind of like what I said in the pregame show. A win today would really kind of set their trajectory for the season, and kind of like you were saying, I think a good win in your game 1 season opener, I think, is a good indicator as to how the Falcons season is going to go moving forward.
What I really loved from the Falcons here was the ball movement. 16 assists on the night, 5 Falcons in double figures. So being able to get those guys going, have some great games early on, really good confidence boost for them to move forward in this season.
Yeah, all right. Again, BGSU defeating the Texas State Bobcats 83-48 tonight. Real quick, if anyone from Google is listening, this game is not at the half. Google's is still saying halftime for our game.
For the women's game or the men's game?
No, for the men's basketball game.
Man, this is why I don't
that game is
Google.
over.
Yeah, correct score. Still at halftime, according to Google.
Okay, well.
So if you are checking Google scores, the game has gone final. We were not up 83 at the half.
Yeah, that would have been rough.
Yeah, it would have. All right, anyways, that's going to start to wrap things up for tonight. Before we do, though, let's get a final check of what's going on around the MAC, as quite a few games still in play. Right now, Arkansas State and Ohio University still tied, now 75-75, 3:55 left in the second half there. Ball State just scoring on Louisiana Lafayette. One more time, the Ragin' Cajuns, 73-61, 43 seconds left in the second half. Marshall up on UMass 71-67, 3:50 left in the second half. Pretty close game here. Troy up on Kent State 84-83, just 1 point difference there, and both teams just scored. 1:14 left in the second half for that matchup. That game's going on over in Kent. Northern Illinois up on Louisiana Monroe 45-38 at the half. Akron up on James Madison 74-66, 2:49 left at the second half. Again, another check now up at the game going on down in Oxford. The last check, according to Google, 87-70 with Miami up. 38 seconds left in the second half there. End of regular play for Central Michigan, and they got it. Central Michigan up 82-66 over Appalachian State. And also end of regular play just go into effect for Western Michigan. They were up 76-71 over Coastal Carolina. So quite a good night for a few of the MAC teams around the MAC. All right, that's going to start to wrap things up for our Falcon Media Sports Network for this first night of Falcon regular season basketball. Of course, a big thank you to the people joining me here in studio. Sam Bork, Andrew Helkowski, Ben Korak, thanks for hanging out with me here in the Falcon Radio studio tonight. And then, of course, to Tyler Kavelitz and Artie Abrego out at the Stro. A nice job on the call tonight. And then to Carl Smith and BGSU Athletics for stuff they do for us here.
They do stuff for us.
They do a lot of stuff.
They do some stuff for us.
I think so, at least.
Some stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, they do a lot of stuff. All right, yeah. So, anyways, we look forward to having another great basketball season of coverage here on Falcon Radio. And, of course, if you are still looking for more basketball coverage, looks like the women's basketball coverage still going on over on WBGU 88.1 FM. So, if you are not done with your basketball for tonight, you can tune over there for more. But that is going to wrap things up for us tonight. Have a great rest of your Monday evening. We'll talk to you guys. I don't know, sometime you'll talk to people for hockey this weekend.
We'll all talk to people all the time.
We talk a lot.
We do talk a lot.
All right, have a great evening.